Is this because I'm new to
Play the
American?
colorblind card.
Are you doing this because I'm indigenous?
Hey everybody.
Hello!
I watched the stream, so I knew when we went live this time.
No trickery this time.
But welcome back.
Here we are.
Here we are.
Here we are.
Here we are.
We're here.
We're here.
As in olden days.
Oh!
Oh.
As some might say.
Welcome back to the first draft.
The worst intro so far.
No. We've done much worse. We've done much worse. It's the D&D show where we make it up as we go along.
Stares into the camera like I'm in the office.
Everybody do your gym. But, I'm your DM, Paul. Hi. Welcome. We're sorry we missed you last week.
Yes.
We were having Christmas and some of us were having COVID.
Yep.
So we had a one-shot planned. Will was going to DM, but we had to cancel. We're very sorry. But we are back this week. We made it back.
All alive. Still have
1,
not
2, 3.
tested positive for COVID yet, somehow.
Miraculously, I dodged it too. Yeah.
Yeah, like Matrix dodging this.
Yeah. It's just like, RNA just flying.
At this point, just like, can I get it so that I can have like
I'm sorry
COVID
I-
vacation from work?
I'm sorry I
Yeah.
quarantined too well.
How dare you?
But we made it back this week, and we're very glad to be back. But before we start, we have some announcements. I think it's very slim this week. But we got some.
Announcements. The first announcement was already taken care of.
Sorry.
It was, no. That's fine. I don't mind listening to your wonderful voice. Please don't kill me this time. Okay. So follow us on our socials. If you want to get into our Discord, the link is in the channel description. Follow us on YouTube at youtube.com/secondwins. That's the number 2 NDWINS. Follow us on Twitter at secondwins. That's the number 2 NDWINS. Follow us on TikTok at secondwins. That is SECONDWINS.
It's very simple. It's so simple. It's so straightforward.
It's so simple.
Consistent.
What?
Do you have an announcement, Savannah?
Paul got married!
Oh yeah, I did.
Liz also got married.
Yes. So
They got married to each other.
we did it together.
Oh.
If you're out there watching right now, Lizzie, I love you. If you're not,
Oh.
we're gonna have a talk when we get home. But
Okay.
but that's it, right?
Yeah. Like, subscribe, tell your friends.
do that.
That's
Do
what's
all that
written on the
stuff.
card.
And
Tell your friends.
yeah. And if in the chat, type socials, and you'll get all of the stuff that we just said, so you don't have to remember numbers and letters.
That's what that
I
says.
hate remembering.
Sorry, it's my handwriting. It's,
Your handwriting is perfect. I just am dumb.
It's
When
okay.
I remember something I didn't expect to remember. What a win. You know?
yeah.
You know when you don't remember things, but then you do remember one thing and you're like, oh, I did it. Oh man, I'm there. Do you know when your brain works? It's so nice.
No.
Object permanence is a wonderful thing. You let me tell you.
Do you have ADHD?
I give myself a high five when my object permanence comes through. I'm like, good for you, girl.
But while we're on the topic of short-term memory problems and executive dysfunction, for people who don't remember what happened last session,
That's
Oh,
me.
There was a hot cobalt, I've been told.
there was a hot cobalt.
I don't know. I feel like they're all kind of hot, right?
It's up to you. It's
Okay.
Well, we learned something.
There was a brief spark
The
between
Saoirse.
Saoirse and,
that's right.
and Fleck.
Oh yeah.
That's right.
She
She
wanted
started talking
children. It
kids
was
and
weird.
that, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
But last session, you were mid-fight with some of the folded, these beings possessed by quarry spirits that had been up to no good in the city of Alavast. And you had been helping a village of kobolds fight off these folded. They had taken an interest in an item that the kobolds had that you actually had experience with, the bonding scales that allowed you to have an experience firsthand with the black dragon god Kalzarenan. So the folded were after this item. What for, you don't really know yet, but you had helped these kobolds fight off the folded. One of them broke through, presumably to go steal these scales. The one that broke through happened to be Flack, a kobold that used to live in the village that you were protecting, and happened to be the sister of Fleck, Flock, and Flick, the kobolds that you had met to date. But you chased down Flack. You caught up to her, and through some creative acrobatics, some sick skateboarding. Yeah, you shredded a little
improv ramp.
Yeah, and some quick thinking from Tradj.
That arrow shot. Though.
Yes,
That arrow shot.
incredible.
We miss you, Andy.
You were able to catch up to Flack. I've got notes
Could
on
you
this.
say that we caught some flack?
Ooh.
Oh!
How do I stop the stream? Yes, you caught some
These
flack.
kids are weird.
You pick me up.
You're so old.
They're making jokes.
They're not
Bad
funny.
jokes.
Shut up.
You caught up to Flack. You tackled her to the ground, knocked her out, knocking out the spirit that was possessing her. You extracted. I take that back.
Mhm.
You used the dream extracting wand that you had obtained from Kaladar, your yes, your dream researcher
All
friend.
connected.
It's
Some
like
might
a
say there was an
web.
Airbud action that was like.
Yes, there was some airbud action. Yes, you were a blink dog, and you using your
Oh,
mouth.
that's right.
holding
It was an
the-
airbud.
And then you were an owl.
And I wasn't out. Oh,
You
yes.
you were a few things.
I were.
Yeah.
I were.
Where
What does an English owl say?
What does an English owl say, Will?
Boom.
Yes.
Boom.
Yes, there it is.
Yeah.
There it
The
is.
English major in me
Claps.
really wants to correct
What
that,
is-
but you know.
Yeah.
would the DJ name his son? Eric.
We're not
I
gonna
was
play
just
games.
guessing.
I'm glad I did that.
Catch us on our second podcast, Dungeons and Dorks.
Wasn't it dinguses and something?
I don't know.
Dungeons and Dinguses, I think, was one of them, and then
I wrote them down.
Imagine Dungeons was the other.
When we were workshopping stream names.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
There's goons in a room.
Goons
Goons
in
in
a
a
Room.
Room. Yeah, that was good
That
too.
was my number one.
Yeah.
Mine too.
I really
Me
liked
too.
that.
How'd
Yeah.
that lose?
The power of democracy. Thank you.
Actually, I think I
Ranked
did
choice
do it
voting.
first.
Yeah, if I recall, I was the only one who had it first.
Wait, I thought I did too.
And
Are
so
we gonna play
you
Dungeons and
saved
Dragons
the scales. You. Oh,
Invader Han said, I'm gonna need Michelle not to make jokes.
What?
Christian, I will call your dad after this.
Oh my god.
I'm calling your
Using
dad.
the government
I'm calling
name.
and back to the recap. No, it
Everybody
was
stop.
a
Jokes
good.
out of the room. Get out.
No more jokes. This is not going to be a funny
No fun.
stream
This
anymore.
is very serious and
This is
dramatic.
so
and
serious.
emotional.
I'm gonna whip out the dream sequences on all of you. I'm
Oh
gonna
no.
I'm gonna give your characters trauma.
Oh no!
You've already traumatized me.
Yeah, you've already had 2.
Hey! You wrote the backstories,
You're right.
but you extracted the spirit, or yes, the quarry spirit that was possessing Flack. Flack came back to her senses, and you and the kobolds returned back to the village. And you're currently sitting down to rest in Flock's tent, while Flack tries to recover a little bit. You've had a little bit of conversation with Flack, but you are currently catching your breath and potentially catching up with this kobold who has been possessed for a while. So I would say right now you've had about the equivalent of a short rest. If you want to go for a longer rest, you are able to, but at this point it is fairly late in the day, so you may end up spending the night down here if you do that.
Actually, weren't we wasn't there something that we could have followed at the end of the episode, or am I crazy? It's been a while.
Not anything that you followed. You had talked about potentially trying to trace Flack's steps.
Oh, that's right.
To try to find where the folded were, but you haven't pursued that avenue yet.
All right.
So it's you right now, the party, and Flock, Fleck, and Flack in the tent.
I'm just holding in wounds and blood. I'm like, I wouldn't mind if we just rested. Oh gosh, sorry.
Yeah.
Blood.
Hold those in. Hold that in.
Yeah.
Just suck it back in. Okay.
Nope, that didn't work. It made it worse.
Oh no. Okay. Yeah. Let's try to get some first aid going here.
Fleck looks
Can you
at.
be a person
Still a
again?
dog. I think I'm low-key petting. Right.
I mean, if that makes you feel better, okay.
Fleck comes over to you and she brings a little pouch and she pulls out some herbs and she says, I'm not the greatest at this, but I'll do what I can. Okay.
Yeah.
Literally anything, I think.
Okay.
Even just
Yeah.
squeezing it together until it sticks.
Until it sticks.
So
Does anyone have a stapler? Just...
applies some of these herbs to you and dresses some of your wounds and heals you for 6 damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But at this point, Flack has started to. She had laid down to rest for a little bit, fallen asleep, but she started to wake back up, and she seems conscious now and open to conversation if you want to pursue it.
Gosh, I don't even know where to start. I mean, well, we have a bit of experience with this sort of thing. We know that you probably don't remember anything that's been happening to you for who knows how long, but what did you say the last thing you did was? Before you lost time?
Yeah, about that. It's kind of a... And she looks at Flock and Fleck, and she says, I was actually kicked out of the village. I think it was fuzzy for me at that point. I'd been having weird dreams for a while, and I was sleepwalking a lot, and I would wake up in places, strange parts of the village. Terrible dreams. Have you ever fallen asleep and thought you'd woken up, but you were still in a dream before?
Woo.
Thank you. Not entirely sure. I'm not doing that right now still, but I would wake up and I would be inside my tent, but I wouldn't really be. I would go for the exit, the tent flap, and I'd open it up, and beyond that there'd be just another tent room, and beyond that another one, and it never seemed to end. And every night I was back in that same place. But every night I would wake up at a weird time and I wouldn't be in my tent anymore.
What sorts of places did you wake up in? Like, just someone else's house, or?
Sometimes in the sewers, different parts of the sewers. Sometimes, other people's homes. I didn't have a lot of friends there at the end. But and you can see like her eyes are starting to kind of stare off into the distance, and she's not really making eye contact with you anymore. And she just said,
I'm gonna put up a paw to shake. Try to get her out of it.
She reaches out just a scaled claw and just kind of like rests her hand on top of your paw.
I lick the claw.
It's very dirty and does actually, I mean, the dog part of your brain and like the humanoid part of your brain are like at odds right now. The dog part of your brain is like, yes. The human part of your brain is like, that's the most disgusting thing I've ever tasted.
I'm just gonna. Can I sniff the disgusting, and can I roll like a perception or investigation?
Sure.
What is that?
What do you
I
smell,
sniffed
girl?
the crud under her
18.
fingernails.
Is that an
18?
So that would be a 23.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, with your powerful dog perception, that was very good. You pull out a few strange tastes that some of them you can place, some of them you can't. A lot of sewage in that, in between those scales, a lot of it. But let's see. You get. So you've been to different parts of the city so far, and you walked through the university district, and you walked through some of the religious square, and you walked past some of the temples, and you get kind of that same olfactory sensation that you walked by. Like there's a little bit of incense in there, old, maybe stale incense, and that kind of air. There's not like, you're by the ocean right now, but you don't get a lot of sea air. So it's not salty at all, but you kind of get those vibes, and it you recall your dream where God, I lost every thought in my head.
How dare you say that?
But you recall the dream that your quarry spirit showed you, and the temple that it showed you, and all of these sensations come together, and you're like, paints a picture of kind of where she probably spent a lot of her time. May have been in that building. But she continues, and she says,
The
Grandog
little
is
cobalt stuck in a well?
What is it? What is it, girl?
I'm just gonna lay my head on her, just like, it's okay.
she kind of jumps at first, and then puts her head down like on top of yours as well. And then she continues, and she says, thank you. The dreams got worse over time. These windows started showing up in the tents, and it looked like the tents that I was inside, but the sewers weren't out there. It was this strange darkness, but there was these weird energies swirling around, and I swear I saw like things coming out of those energies, forming and then disappearing, and I couldn't shake this feeling that I was being watched all the time. Like out of the corner of my eyes, the windows felt like eyes watching me. Every room had a window, and every window felt like it was staring at me. And then that's when the thoughts started happening. It wasn't my thought, and I didn't think it, but over time it started to feel like I did. That
What were the thoughts?
I had to steal the scales. I had to take them. And I had to find them, and so I searched for them in my dreams, but I could never, tent after tent after tent, I could never find them. Until one day, I did. And I grabbed them, and I felt so powerful then. I felt like I had done it, and I looked down, and I wasn't just a kobold anymore. I was bigger. I was more powerful. My scales were darker. I was a dragon. And another thought came into my head, and it told me that if I kept doing things like this, then I'd become a dragon one day. And I knew it wasn't true, but I mean, was it?
It's intoxicating.
Could have been. And then I woke up. I'd been hit across the face, and I looked down, and Fleck was on the ground and bloody, and I had the scales in my hand, and I wasn't dreaming anymore. And Flock came up and grabbed me, and they threw me out of the city. And the last thing I really remember is tumbling down the steps into the sewer, hitting my head, and then I was back in the tents again. And I never woke up.
When did these dreams start?
A month or so before the last one. I don't know how long I was. It's hard to tell time.
Fleck, how long, I mean, I'm asking Fleck.
Yeah.
Like, how long has Fleck been gone?
Few months.
And the dream started a month before that, so.
That would be close to the time that it started for...
Kaltra.
What's his name? Yeah.
Do you remember anything, like, significant happening before they started? Like, did you go to a new place you'd never been to before, or anything like that? Meet someone weird?
I used to lead some scouting parties out into the sewers, but I don't remember anything particular happening, but no, it just bled into my thoughts, I guess. I'm sorry, that's all
No, you're trying.
that's all I can remember.
That's okay.
Yeah.
You're doing your best. And we
Thanks.
appreciate it.
I'm sorry all that happened to you.
More than what the last guy remembered.
Wow.
Just saying.
Did I answer all your questions? I thank
There's
you again.
plenty more questions, like, how do we stop any of this from happening in the future? But, I mean, everything I think you could have answered, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
If we think of more questions, I mean, hopefully you can stay here back at this camp. I mean, maybe we can just, like, I don't know, tie you up to something, or, like, tie you to a cot so you don't wake up in the middle of the night and try to steal the scales again. I don't know.
You think it's gonna come back?
I don't know.
Maybe not that specific one, because how does that...
Yeah, I guess it's... Is it just in the staff? Me asking DM? If I
Oh, yeah.
take it out and just
That's
look?
right.
Do we just have a
Yeah.
quarry?
The way it happened is that, well, the previous guy, we knocked him out, and when he woke up, the spirit was gone. And, well, this time we've extracted it?
And you see her, like, eye the tuning fork, which is still kind of pulsing blue,
So,
full of
yeah,
whatever it is you
that's
pulled
the
out.
thing that extracts dreams. But I think maybe we got the spirit?
I mean,
So it's
it's
really gone.
glowing blue. I
That
just...
one is. There are plenty more, I'm assuming, but I mean,
Okay.
that one can't go anywhere and be like, oh, sorry guys, I messed up. Can you go possess this kobold again? I don't know.
Wait, should we try going to Kaladar tomorrow and
Yeah,
see
probably, yeah,
if
yeah,
you
let's do
can
that.
Yeah.
extract the quarry spirit? See?
I want to mind ask Fleck. Is Fleck the only one that this has happened to?
You're saying this to Fleck, right?
From dog form.
Yes.
Okay. You see Fleck just like,
I always love the reaction you do when she does that.
did you hear that?
Are you hearing
that's-
things in your head? I bet it's her. Is it Rand? It's her. It's her. She's talking to you.
And then I'm gonna put my paw on him and say again, is Fleck the only one this has happened to in his mind?
You're talking to Fleck.
Oh, yes, yes, I'm talking to Fleck.
Okay. She says out loud. I think so.
What was the question? What was the question?
This would be a lot easier, Rand, if you were a human.
Or if you could speak to all of us.
Your dog asked me if this has happened to other people before.
Okay.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, people
That's
in
good.
your village.
Other
So
kobolds.
other kobolds who
Not that we
had
know
weird
of.
dreams, and
We can ask if anybody's been sleepwalking, I guess.
that would be a great way to prevent this from happening in the future.
Yeah.
I feel.
Mhm.
But what if they're just sleepwalking?
Yeah, I mean that too. But
You could still at least know about it and watch
Yeah,
them.
keep
Yeah.
an eye.
Woof.
Yeah.
ask
Okay.
about their
I'll
dreams.
Keep
see
an
if
eye
they're
out.
Really weird, like this, like we've been hearing.
Okay. Okay.
One more
girl.
thing. One more thing that I'm gonna be like. Does anyone else go to the sewers? I'm gonna mind ask.
No. Well, nobody's supposed to. We try to stay out of them with the recent attacks. Roll precision check.
Mm-hmm.
Also, can I roll insight? I just want
Sure.
I want to know if she's holding anything back.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's a 13.
Okay.
Okay.
Or wait.
Yeah.
No, excuse me. That's an 8.
Okay. Yeah.
Wait. Oh, hold on. No, it's a 10. I can do math. I'm sorry. It's definitely a 10.
That's split the difference. That's perfect.
Also, a quick shout out to one of my favorite cousins who bought me
Oh my God.
this dice. That is a 17.
Oof. Mm-hmm.
17. Okay.
Yeah, 10 plus 7.
Yeah. So, what you notice is, as she says no, her eyes like dart to the entrance of the tent, and she just kind of like her expression changes just for a moment of like stern disapproval, and as you follow her gaze, you see just a small set of kobold eyes just like disappear behind the flap. And yeah, there was somebody watching you.
Is it possible to have passively noticed this?
What's your passive perception again?
That's high. Let's see.
I have this thing nice list that you gave me, and I still haven't written a single thing on it.
Are Flick and Flock in the same
13.
tent as us?
Flock
Do
and
not
Fleck
have
are.
Zone of Truth. I think
It's
it-
Fleck, Flock, and Flack.
'Cause it's-
No Flick.
If I was in two with what's
Flick
going
is
on,
still
I'd
at
try,
the
but-
entrance running patrol.
That's right. Okay. So I want to come up to Flock then and mind ask the same question.
Got
Okay.
it's a passive perception of 13.
Okay. You noticed the disturbance, but you didn't see much. You just saw a rustling at the tent, but you didn't see anything else.
Okay.
Can I keep an eye out for to see if there's any movement inside of the tent or coming out of the tent?
Yeah, roll
Like-
just roll a perception check for me.
Yeah. 6 plus 4, 10.
6, 4, 10. Okay. Yeah. You heard the initial disturbance, but you haven't heard anything else since then. But I'll keep that in mind going forward. You were going to ask Flock something, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna ask Flock the same question in his mind of who has been going to the sewers.
To Flock. Okay.
Mhm.
Roll a
What
persuasion
is?
check.
Oh wait,
Okay.
I want to
I'd
ask.
love to be known.
Yeah, what
I
has
would
she
love
been
to know
asking?
what's been
I want
going
to ask
on.
who was the first person you asked? Fleck.
Yeah, you asked Fleck first.
Okay,
Yes,
I want to
yeah.
ask Fleck.
I'll just
What has she been saying?
I'll
What has
whip
she asked
my
you?
dog head a little sassily and be like, I'm asking who's been in the sewers.
Oh.
I'm asking who's been in the sewers. I'm asking who's been in the sewers. And then I'll roll. Crap. Wait,
Would
that's
that be
better.
enough for you to
13
piece someone
13.
Together? Now that we know
To
what
Flock.
she asked
Okay.
to Flock.
in response to those.
Flock
two.
says, nobody that should be in there.
So there has been someone.
I didn't say that.
You said no one who should be. That
Mm.
implies someone. Woof!
Mm.
Woof!
Mm.
I'm gonna put a paw on
What
each
is it,
and say,
girl?
woof!
Fine.
I get back down and I'm sitting.
Good girl.
Flock turns toward the entrance and says, Smock, I know you're listening.
God.
And you see, first you hear just a little, and then you see the
these
flap open a little bit,
animals.
and a small kobold, small like child kobold, peeks her head in, and she's like, what? Huh? Whoa.
Wait, have you been here the whole time?
She grins a little bit. She's like, no.
Wow, you're sneaky.
I wanna pad over and can I lick her claw?
Sure.
I'm gonna lick her claw. Can I roll a perception?
Yeah, sure.
It's so gross. It's so disgusting.
12.
He's gonna
12.
start making you do a con check when you do that.
It's like
That's a
actual
good idea.
sewage.
That's a
That's
very
pretty
good
gross.
idea.
You've got E. coli.
Oh, that hits too close to home right now.
Sorry.
I don't have E. coli. I don't have E. coli.
Don't you dare.
Just infectious diseases in general, not anything specific.
We've been having water issues in town recently. I
True,
don't have E. coli yet. With what'd you roll again? 13 or 12?
12.
12. I'd say, given your previous roll and the fact that you already have the taste in your mouth, it tastes familiar. You can't tell how familiar, but you get similar vibes. It tastes poopy.
Okay. So this is like a small child kobold, right?
Yeah,
It's an
it's hard to
obvious
you're not familiar with kobold aging, but definitely a child kobold.
I'm gonna like start prancing around. I'm gonna be like, and I'm gonna mind speak to her and be like, I'm a magic dog. How are you?
Roll a persuasion check with advantage for me. With advantage.
What is Rain doing?
Yeah.
What is going on?
This is
I'm
the
just
friendliest
letting
I've
it
ever seen her.
Yeah,
She's
go.
usually like really weird.
While she's doing that,
This is pretty weird.
I'll allow you to do
but this is
performance
really
too if you
tame
want
for-
to. If you're trying to like
Yeah.
sell a
Yes.
magical dog vibe, you can do performance if you want.
It's the same either way, so that's a 13.
13. Okay. I'll keep that in mind.
Mm-hmm.
while she's doing that, can I go ask like Fleck how she's doing?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. How are
Um,
you feeling after? I mean, you lost your tent. It's awful. I mean,
yeah.
your tea and your coffee. And, gosh, I can't imagine losing your coffee like that.
Oh. We'll rebuild. We'll get
Okay.
back. But it's some comfort to know that it wasn't actually Flack that did it, right?
Yeah.
And you're sure about that.
Yes, absolutely. We've seen this before.
The coffee and everything.
Oh no, not specifically,
Oh,
but I mean
okay.
the emotional turmoil that comes with having your body used for nefarious deeds of power outside of yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah.
Any advice on? I mean, have you ever been through anything like this before? Not the possession thing, I mean, but
No,
the losing the home thing.
I mean, we don't really have to get into that much. I mean,
Oh, sorry.
yeah, but I
sorry.
mean, well, I'm pretty far from home myself at the moment, but I mean, you can always go back, and you can always rebuild.
It's true.
And home is the ones you love and the people who love you. And even though you lost Flack for a little bit, or you thought you did, she's back now.
Flag is
She
back.
never stopped loving you.
I hope so. But thank you. It's just my favorite mug was in there. It's just
Yeah.
had #1 Mystic on it.
She's
Oh man.
I've
No.
never seen Saoirse stand so close to someone before. She's laughing a lot.
I'm gonna die. Joking.
And while you're having this like heartfelt
Sure.
moment,
Sure, there's a dog. trying to
Rand
convince
is
a child that it's
bouncing
magic,
around.
Yeah. Cool. Just thought I'd.
Yeah. But Smock kind of just sits there and is like, wow.
Jordan be like, wait, so Smock, you've been like around the sewers and stuff? I've been in places where I haven't been to.
She looks at Flock and she's like, and Flock kind of like, it's fine. You can tell them. And Smock says like, well, sometimes when Flack, I'm trying to keep the names right in my head. When Flack used to go out, I'd follow her, and there's some cool stuff out there.
And she never noticed you following?
No, I'm so sneaky.
Wow, you must have been so good at that. What all did you get to see?
Oh my gosh. So one time, there was this big, it was like plants and like algae and like some gross stuff, but it was moving and it was like stinky, but it like, I saw it, eat an alligator.
Oh my.
It just ate a whole alligator.
And that was down in the sewers?
Uh-huh.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that so cool?
That's really cool.
Yeah.
And this was en route to where Flack would go.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
What else? So like I'm assuming y'all made it past said stinky monster?
Well, we went up. That time we went up to it. I didn't go any further. It was a little scary. I threw a rock at it and then I ran away.
Oh my gosh. It didn't attack?
I'm pretty fast.
No. But then did y'all make it past Stinky Monster another time?
one time we went past it. We went around it. It didn't see us. We were really sneaky.
Oh, you had to sneak around it. Okay.
And that time, there was a big whirlpool, and I really wanted to jump in it, but I didn't that time. Flack did. She's really brave.
Wow.
She came back out too.
Really?
And I didn't go after her because, it looked really scary. But yeah.
That's really wow. And you snuck behind her for all of that?
Yeah.
Do you think maybe you would be willing to show us at some point some of that stuff? Maybe not the stinky monster. That sounds scary, but
Flock kind of steps in. He's like, nah, not. She's too young for that.
Oh.
Could you draw it out, like the path that you took?
Oh yeah, I have cartographer tools. I actually do.
Smock takes it, and there's this little tiny kobold child holding like a compass and like
protractor.
Yeah, a protractor, and is like,
finally, the correct tools.
and she just kind of like crams them down on the parchment in front of her and is like,
I'm probably just like, yeah, that's how you use them. I've been used them once so far. So.
Yeah, she sticks the protractor down and traces around the inside, and she traces around the outside, and she kind of like does a little pattern with the needle on it. And he's like, wait, that's not right. Sorry. Flips it over, and she does her. Well, let's see how good.
Can I give a help action to this?
How are you gonna help her draw?
I don't know, just if she needs help drawing any straight lines or anything, I can help.
Okay.
Can I do guidance?
Sure.
Can I be like, hey, small child, here you go.
Small child.
Hey, small child.
Sure.
Small one.
Okay, the guidance helped. It is still a very crude drawing. There is. I'm trying to think of how to describe this. There is a lot of differently sized boxes in succession, and a lot of very circuitous hallways that look like they're drawn between some of those. And then in one, there's a bunch of like vines in this green kind of like explosion of color in the center of it.
Oh, there's
Color.
colors.
Wow.
Oh, did you? Well, actually, I don't know. Do you have?
Do I have? I don't know
Sure.
what's involved.
We'll say you have some colors with you.
I
Shading.
love colors.
Oh man.
Can I compliment her color there too? Wow, that's really cool.
Thanks. And then you see in that same room, there's also a stick figure with big angry eyes in it. And that one winds towards another room that has like a bunch of like circles in it. It's hard to tell what she means by that.
Yeah.
And then past that is one with just a big swirl in it. She goes, that's where the whirlpool is.
What's all the big circles?
Oh, that one's cool. There's like a lot of like these pillars, and all of the water goes in like cool directions. And let me draw that. And she draws a lot of squiggle lines in between all of the circles.
Cool. Cool.
Wow.
Puzzle.
Is that?
That's great. Thank you. I will take the drawing. Hold it up.
Amazing. Just bravo.
my last attempt at
prodigy.
drawing went just about the same,
Uh-huh.
so I think Bryce is like, nice job. Like, it's really good artwork, and the shading. I can tell exactly what this is telling me.
Like, thanks. But I mean, Flock, can I show them?
Pretty please, Flock.
We've helped you out a bunch, and we want to help you out more. I think you should probably help us help you.
Use some manipulative puppy dog eyes.
Do you want to disappoint that face?
I don't know how to read that one, but roll two of you can roll a persuasion check.
Yes.
One of you can roll with advantage if you want. However you want to do it.
Me? Oh.
Two of you can do it. Or one.
That's
That's good.
Let's go. Which technically that becomes.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Oh wow, my abilities
Sometimes it matters.
increased. That is a 30.
Wow.
I did not. My persuasion became +10 with the level up.
What?
It was at +7 or like
Oh my,
+6
that-
before.
How did you get
Amazing.
+3
I don't
on
know.
there?
I just clicked the level up button.
God.
I just said level 5.
I looked through everyone's character sheets and I missed that.
I
That's
didn't
insane.
Dan
That's
Devion
awesome.
said min-max.
Oh.
Yeah, so
level up button.
yeah. So like you're giving some good literal puppy dog eyes, but you're giving like the most impressive, like you're selling this 100%. And you see like the second that Flock makes eye contact with you, like the stern, like scaly kobold face just immediately like the eyes turn down a little bit and the stern expression on the face just softens and it's like fine.
I'm gonna lay down and then mind speak to Smock. Here, get on, I'll carry you.
Okay. She clambers on top.
And I go like, what?
Are you strong enough to carry her? For real?
I mean,
Yeah, she's
it's a
pretty
small
light,
child.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. I'm wagging my tail.
Yeah.
I've definitely seen dogs that could probably carry toddlers, you know?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. She's not like, like super young, but she's young, obviously
Like small
younger
children.
than, yeah.
Well, then
She's-
like,
And she's
Kobolds are tiny
Kobolds
anyway.
are already small to
Yeah.
begin with.
What
So.
does your blink dog look like?
Yeah,
Blink
you haven't
dog,
described
yeah.
your blink dog.
I have
Yeah.
not described Blink Dog. So Blink Dog has bright blue eyes and red hair
Okay.
all over. Very shaggy, but like hypoallergenic shaggy.
So are we
But,
talking like
like a
Clifford
dual.
style, or are we talking like
Yeah, what shade of red?
like a
Mm,
yeah.
Not Clifford style.
Okay.
More like
Vishla.
what?
I saw a Vishla today at work.
What?
Can you
It's a
spell
very pretty
that?
dog. It starts with a V, I'm sure.
Vishla.
I've never heard of it.
V-I-Z-S-L.
Why would you
More
even
popular.
name that dog? It
I
should
know.
just be Vishla.
That's a great character
Fantastic.
name too.
Right? Yeah. More like a carrot top, red hair kind of.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or orange.
Like how
Yeah.
my hair normally looks, but fur.
Yeah.
Definitely picturing it.
Dogs
in
starting
my
to do prop
mind, the
comedy,
color. I can see it.
oversized like
Mhm.
paws,
Mhm.
it's very
Oh
funny
yeah.
stuff.
Oh yeah. Like a golden retriever kind of.
Uh-huh.
Is that size wise? That's another thing I was wondering.
Probably.
you?
I don't think it told me about my size.
I think blink dogs are like
Medium.
medium, so you're bigger than like a normal dog would be.
Okay.
Great
It's
Dane.
great.
Yeah.
Definitely
You're
You're
able to
like
carry
Greg's
Cobalt around.
big dog, not Moose, but Tonks. Do you remember Greg's dog Tonks?
Moose and
He like comes up to like my
I
midsection.
love a dog named Moose. I've met several. and
I'm
they're
gonna
both
Moose is a
find
good
a
dog
dog
name.
all dogs named
on
Moose.
Google,
are
and I'm gonna
I
pick a
don't know if
dog.
I've ever met a
to see
moose
what I-
before.
Oh, they're
It's a
what I
great
look
dog
like.
name though.
really good dog.
Let's
name.
just keep talking about dogs.
Yeah,
That's
this is
fun.
a dog
Do
stream
you
now.
That stands for
Dogs and dogs.
I think there is a podcast called "Can I Pet Your Dog?"
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
it's I have not listened to it, but I feel like I should. If I ever
Guys,
just
I
want a
think
good
I
day.
found myself.
You found yourself. Wow.
Oh my
Aw, that's it.
That's
Like a
great.
Vishla?
Yes, absolutely.
This
Hold
is
that.
Where's
No,
the
that's not a
camera?
Vishla.
Hold that up here.
Can
I
you
got
see
the
that?
HD. I've got the
Oh, the
HD.
HD.
visual here, yeah.
Yeah.
You got this pole. That's
Oh, it is. Yeah.
That's me.
Oh wait, click the screen.
wait.
Click the screen.
There. Oh, that's perfect. Yes.
That's what I look like right now.
Accurate headcanon.
Nice.
I'm a
Just bright
giant
blue eyes.
Tibetan mastiff.
Yes. Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah, I am. And I can teleport.
Sorry for that quick deviation.
That would
So
be
you're
kind of
slobbering,
terrifying.
huh?
Oh yeah.
I imagine like
And this
when
whole
you
time-
teleport, also like all of your hair just like.
Yes.
This whole time you've been like
Canon.
putting your paws on people has been like a.
I'm very persuasive. Happiness.
Where were we?
I made
Oh,
the poppy
a
dog.
child
We
is
convinced-
writing
Yes,
me.
a child
we
kobold is
convinced
writing you now.
Flock to let
Yeah.
Smock
Mhm.
join us. God dang it.
Good save.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Flock looks at all of you though and says like, if horn on her head is harmed,
Do you see a horn on my head harmed? We can take care of our own. Trust us.
I don't think we should go now.
Oh, not
though.
now. Not
No,
now.
no,
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
yeah, you're gonna miss the celebration too.
Celebration.
Yeah, we won.
Okay.
Oh,
Won.
that's a
Yeah.
good point.
Yeah. Speaking of which, and Flock runs out and runs out of the tent, and a couple minutes pass, and then you hear the sound of like a drum beating,
Ooh.
and you peek your head out of the tent and you see Flock is walking down the main street is a generous term, but the main thoroughfare of the kobold town, and he's banging this like hand drum, and he's walking towards the statue in the center of town, and he's calling out. He says, "Siblings, come out!" And you see all these kobold heads start to poke out of all the tents nearby. Just like, there's one where it's like 3 kobold heads, just like, like Hanna-Barbera style. All kind of poke out. And Flock continues, and he says, "On this day, our enemies have been defeated. It may not be the last of them, but it is our first true victory since the tattooed ones first shed our blood. But more than that, the Black God has looked down on us with favor and has led a group of his blessed ones to our rescue. And they've brought back our sister, Flack. Flack is back.
Back again.
She was kept under their sway. Back in Flack. Flag was put under the sway of the tattooed ones, but she's returned. Now, where is she? Where is the Blessed One? The one that bears the Black God's blessing.
Is there a,
Oh no.
is that
I'm gonna
he
push
starts
Riz
looking
in
around
my
at you.
giant head. Just.
He's like, oh god. Okay. All right. Hi. Hello.
blessed one?
Yes.
Kalzareynat has blessed us with a new avatar. One who bears the scales and has rescued us. And the rest of your... What's your name again?
I'm Rhea.
Rhea.
Yeah,
Rhea. And the rest of Rhea's team has blessed us. Come.
Yes.
Come.
Sure, let's go.
Motions for you all to come join him by the statue.
Yeah, sure.
Rhea keeps adjusting where her hands are.
Uh-huh.
She's like,
I think Bryce is very like, wow, first time we're being like congratulated. Like he's really kind of feeling himself right now.
But Flock looks out at you, and all the kobolds have started to slowly come out of their tents and are starting to gather around the statue as well. And Flock looks at you, and he says, like, on this day, this group has all become part of our family. And as part of our family, they get to share in the horde. So now, all of you, welcome them into the family. And you watches all these kobolds kind of congregate around you, and they start one at a time, kind of looking around, like, is he serious? Is he serious? Really? And but one at a time they come by and they start to bring little gold pieces, and they give you them one at a time, and each one gives you one, and more and more start to come up until they almost kind of mob you and start like handing you gold and jewelry and
No, we can't.
I'll be gladly. Thank you.
As they go, I'll just touch them with my scaled hand on the forehead and be like, "Praise be." Praise be.
Please tell me someone put earrings on my dog ears.
No,
oh yeah, of course, yeah. One comes up and like
Blessed
these
one over there. Thank you.
these clearly like scavenged, still like beautiful, but all like tarnished and kind of some of the gems are chipped, but they kind of put
They're
these earrings on.
clip-ons.
Yeah, they'll clip ons. Just like, but they hand you all this gold and trinkets and
This is so generous.
Any magical items in the mix?
I don't know. You want to take a look?
Yeah.
It's mostly been gold and jewelry, but you can
Yeah.
roll an Arcana check if you want to.
Yeah, I want to do that.
Okay. As you're kind of like examining everything that you've received, Flock says, "If you'd like to say any words, I guess you can do that now. Say something. Hey,
Oh,
talk.
11.
Talk.
All of us are just the blessed one.
I don't know. She's mostly her, I guess, but the rest of
Yeah,
you
I
can say
think
stuff
so.
too.
Yes. Thank you for letting us share in the Horde, and I must say that my coming here was no accident. I was
As you
led
say
here.
that, all of the kobolds just start cheering, just like, "Whoa!"
Yeah. I was led here, and I was brought to be a victory for you and to show a path forward to a secure home where you can prosper. And that is what you can forge for yourself, as long as you maintain your faith in your family, in yourself, and in Calvin Rayed. And I'll lift up my hand as
And then
soon as
I'll
I say
use-
that. And
I
just
want to use my actor feat to impersonate her from right behind and just add a tagline of, and also any extra gold or magical items you could give us would really help as well.
no, bad. Bad.
There's like,
Bad.
a bunch of cheers as you say what you say, and then just a brief lull, and then just it resumes.
Yeah,
And a
come
few
out
more
from
gold
behind.
pieces just kind of like thrown your way. And Flock just kind of like sits there and like looks at you and like looks at the statue behind you and is just like, smile just kind of creeps across his face. He's like, "Let's celebrate."
Yes.
Fleck!
Let's.
Fleck! And Fleck appears and she says, "Yes, let's do it." And she runs off, and then a bunch of kobolds come up a couple seconds later, and they're all carrying these like bundles of sticks, and they're this kind of wood that you haven't seen before. I assume probably none of you have seen it before, but it's like greenish in hue, like kind of a green-brown. And then they all start setting this up, these sticks up in a ring around the statue. And Flock kind of brings you out of the ring, and Fleck walks up with a torch in hand, and after the ring of wood is set up, she reaches up and says, "May the Black God bless us this day," and touches the torch to the wood, and as soon as the torch hits the wood, the whole ring erupts in flames. But not like normal flames. These are green flames, deep green. And they rise higher and higher, 6 feet, 7 feet, to where it almost obscures the statue of the draconic figure behind it. And as the flames go up, you start to hear just the twanging of some crudely fashioned string instruments behind you, and just cheers erupt in the crowd. And singing and partying and drinking of kobolds commences. And you watch as a group of these kobolds gather around the fire and form this kind of chain around the fire. and then they just take turns one at a time, just jumping through the fire and jumping back out, through the fire, back out. And they form this kind of ripple around the fire, jumping in and out.
I'm going to start jumping
join.
in and out. I think I'm just going to go all the way around the ring.
Okay.
We're so fluffy. Be so careful.
Well, it's okay.
Can we see your leg blinking back and forth?
Oh, no. But I can be on fire. So
Oh, yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
a dog on fire.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
very happy.
Fire dog.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, as you jump in and out, like the fire briefly lingers, but it doesn't like singe you. It just kind of like, and for a moment, instead of being red, you're green, and then you land, and the green just whisks off of you, and you're red
also
again.
have a fire resistance, I'm assuming, or
I think so.
because if I jump through this fire, is it going to be a much different experience? I want to jump through the fire.
It's
I
a
want to
test
join
of
the little
strength.
chain and be like, yeah, and jump through.
Spare the die.
Okay.
Oh no.
Roll a. Let's call it a dexterity check for me.
Okay.
See if you.
That would be a mighty 3.
Okay, yeah. So you jump into the fire towards the statue, and you land, and you watch as the flames kind of lick around and brush away, and you're like, ha! It didn't hurt. And then you just feel like a searing pain on the back of your head as your hair is currently on fire. And you're inside the ring now.
I'm gonna run over and start licking his head.
I'll hold it for her to lick. Like, put it out!
Okay.
Is licking putting it out?
Yeah,
What do you want me to roll?
I have
we
no
just-
idea.
This is a very slobbery dog.
Yeah.
Let's just, I mean,
Yeah,
look
we'll
at
say
that dog, you know?
we'll say you eventually put it out, but you do take 3 points of fire damage. 3 points of fire damage actually, and the burning is mostly flames, but you feel like this almost like creeping acidic pain after the flames have extinguished just for a second, and you take 1 point of acid damage too.
Wow.
Ooh.
And you notice as you're recovering that all of the kobolds that are jumping in and out are black-scaled kobolds. You don't see any other colors that are doing it.
So am I just like in the middle of the
You're
ring
just
of
in the middle of it now.
Don't jump through the fire! It hurts!
You've got to come back.
I can't! All of them have fire stuff!
I'm just gonna lay down and look pointedly at Bryce and just wait and for you to get on my back.
I'll climb on.
Can I blink through the fire so he can get away?
Yeah.
Okay, I
Can
blink you on the other side.
The blink dog blink, you can take somebody with you, right?
So I think technically, if I'm remembering correctly, I can take things.
Bryce, are
Yeah.
you a thing?
No.
All right.
Excuse-moi.
Aw.
So you blink with all my clothes.
No,
I'm just in midair.
Do you have exceptions for small childs?
Let's see.
I am
Children are
small
property.
child.
I'm so
Yeah.
sorry.
Are you a small child?
I am
Bryce?
not a small child. I am a medium-sized creature. Thank you very
I'm
much.
sorry.
Barely, but I am.
Yeah, you go to blink, and then you get to the other side, and Bryce is no longer with you.
I just fall to the ground.
Yeah, you fall to the ground, but on the ground next to you is one single hand-fashioned shoe made for a cloven hoof.
I'm gonna look at it, sniff it really quick, and then look back and find you.
It didn't work.
Okay, I'm gonna walk to the fire. I'm gonna plat on the fire, like limbs out,
Yeah.
and build a bridge. Walk across me.
Very
Yeah.
delicately step on this dog with
The
my
flames
cloven
have parted,
hooves.
yes.
Sorry. Jump and jump off on the other side.
One foot feels good. The other foot like digs in and like hurts a lot more. But you do make it to the other side.
Made it.
But yeah, the festivities are ongoing. There's kobolds dancing all over the place.
Oh, also I ended up with an 11 on that Arcana check. I don't know if that.
An 11. Nothing really stands out. You've been thrown a lot of things. Nothing that you've seen is like, oh, that's magical. You've seen a lot of gold and some jewelry, but you'd have to take a closer look or have somebody else more magically inclined take a look at it.
Fair.
I just want to say to everybody, hey, so I think that I have something cool. I think I've figured something out. If we want to sleep here for the night, I think I have something that can keep us super safe.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
It sounds good to me. I don't really want to go anywhere tonight.
Fair enough. But, just, find, I guess, at the end of the night, let's all get together so we can do this thing.
Okay.
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 The party is still in full swing, so if you want to
we're
stay and
partying.
party, or if you want to go to bed, you're welcome to do whatever you
Is
want.
there food around?
Oh, there are all sorts of assorted, strange meats that you haven't seen before.
Oh, I'm trotting
Um,
over and I'm...
Yeah. Yeah, you see this set of kebabs that are roasting over a small fire. There's all kinds of smaller fires that dot the area around by some of the tents, and you walk up to one and people are walking by and grabbing a kebab, and you see one and you pick it up and you take a closer look at it, and you can see a hairless tail sticking out of one side, and you can see just bits and pieces and a small ear sticking off of one of rat kebab.
That's good.
Yeah,
Do you
no,
take it?
I am like a dog in any other Christmas
Yeah.
movie. I am on the buffet table.
Sure, yeah.
Face in, nose deep.
The kobold that's sitting there and kind of turning the spit, there's other meats on it too. Gestures for you to take as much as you want.
Every time he turns it, I just get one more bite.
Like a corn cob.
Yeah. I just keep waiting for him to turn it.
Yeah.
Just keep going.
You're whipping out the bagpipes?
Sure.
Nice. A lot of
Do
kobolds...
I recognize any of the songs that are playing? Are they
roll a intelligence
Because I don't
perception
know.
check?
I mean, I guess what I'm asking is, are these kobold songs or are they pop songs?
They are mostly of the kobold
So they're
variant.
okay.
And given that
Are these
Feywild
musical modes that I would recognize?
Oh, it's very simple stuff.
Okay.
It's not they're not playing complex chord progressions. There's some loose meandering counterpoint going on, but it
Sure.
is kind of half baked, and there's a lot of weird dissonance happening. But
Love that.
yeah, and it gets worse as the night goes on.
Wonderful.
So it's like the Ewoks?
Yeah, exactly. It's like the Ewoks. Good point of reference. But
some point.
yeah, you pull out your bagpipes, and several kobolds are just whoa, what's that?
Loud.
Whoa!
So I try to play along with them.
Nice. Are you trying to just match whatever's
Yeah, sure.
going
Just
on?
kind of going along with
Okay,
it.
nice. Roll a performance check.
Okay.
In the meantime, is there mead in this party?
Oh, don't let the dog drink.
Any mead?
Any mead?
Interesting.
Yeah,
Roll a
dog.
perception check.
Okay.
Try to sniff out some mead.
The mirror dimension's going wild.
18.
18.
18.
Yeah, you're finishing off one of the you here's what you're doing. You finish off the kebab. You slurp up the tail at the end, just like spaghetti, and then as you do that, you just hear a buzz zzz, go by your ear, and you're like, what was that? And then you see a bee just fly back. and flies over to a tent at the far end of the village, and you see like these small little beehives, and you see a little stalls that's being set up, and there's these bottles of mead that are just being set out by this older looking kobold, whose scales have gone gray with age. You assume he must have been, black scaled at one point, but he's like gray now, and his horns are just kind of pointing down, almost sagging a little bit. He's got these bushy eyebrows, and he's got a little knobby cane, and he's just like kind of setting them up one by one.
I just kind of pat over and...
Well, hello there. Would you like some mead, young doggy? Oh, all right. Do you have a bowl that I can pour this into? Well...
Can I find a bowl?
Roll for bowl.
Roll for bowl.
Roll for bowl.
Roll for bowl.
I got a 24 on that performance check. By the way.
Nice. You 19? Yeah.
Wow.
There's bowls everywhere. People are
I
like
bring beer.
eating, like there's soups going around. You just find a bowl and you bring it over.
Whatever.
Oh, wonderful. Here you go. Say when.
And he just starts pouring it and just glug, 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 glug. And he's like,
Oh, all right. I'm guessing that's a win.
and he sets it back down.
Enjoy.
I slurp all of it up, and then I pad all the way down. I'm just gonna sink right next to Saoirse.
Oh,
Really excited about this. Wagging tail just...
oh, hi. Yeah, I'm just playing here.
I want to be walking around because especially such a good performance.
Mhm.
I want to be walking around with my pack open, being like collecting any last minute tips or items
Wow.
for the Blessed One.
It's for the art of it
For
at this point.
Art and the Blessed One.
Roll a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Yeah,
I'm
because
discouraging this.
this is the second time you've been asking for more.
I will continue to do it.
But yeah, Bryce is just zigzagging around, and Saoirse, you're like, you're
30. Disadvantage. That's right.
Disadvantage.
He did say disadvantage. Dang. Oh well. Oh well. Only a 27.
You're so evil. Yeah, you get a couple of just like,
Alrighty.
I'll take what I can get.
and a few people toss a few more gold your
The
way, a
Blessed
couple
One, thanks
coppers,
you.
some bottle caps.
Mm.
People are getting more and more inebriated as time goes on, and you're getting less and less real useful. There's some rocks in there now too. one kobold is like,
Oh, this is my favorite rock. I got
Wow.
my great-grandfather passed this down to his son, who passed it down to his son. It said that at one point the great dragon, something or other, gave it, breathed on the magma. Here you go.
Thank you, good sir. The Blessed One thanks you.
yep. There's a little salute.
Yeah.
But as you're playing, you're putting on a pretty darn good show at this
Trying
point.
to keep
and
up.
You're doing more than keeping up with a 24. Right? That's what you got, 24? Yeah. So, some of the kobolds that are playing nearby, kind of, slow down for a second and are just listening to you play, and then come over and start, trying to keep, pace with you and play around, your melody that you're playing.
No. I'm playing with you. You guys.
No, you're onto something there. Keep going.
I'm trying not to howl at this point.
Oh, come on. Just make all noise.
Am I
Yeah,
able
there we
to
go.
Join in with what is it called again? The thing you gave me?
The chanter.
The chanter.
Mm.
Can I join in with that? Since apparently I'm not getting any money.
Yeah, roll a performance check.
Let's see. My performance is actually good. Okay.
Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, a small crowd is starting to gather around you, and
Alright.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. My goodness, it's good that you're getting all these good rolls out now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
before anything actually important
Matter.
comes up.
So yeah, you set your
today.
little gold piles down, and you start playing along, and you're doing a a pretty darn good
I've been
without
practicing.
anything connected to your chanter. You're not squeaking. You are keeping a tune. You're kind of matching what Saoirse is doing, but some kobolds that have gathered around start tossing a couple tips your way as you
There
play.
it is.
What's Rhea doing while this is happening?
Rhea's had a really tough day, and so she's probably just gonna Irish goodbye and think about the fact that her father might be alive, and also she
fair.
got visited by some dragon god, and is really concerned about the ramifications of who that might be.
Mm-hmm.
And
Wow,
so she's just gonna
thanks.
Irish goodbye.
Okay, where are you headed?
I'll probably go back to probably close to Fleck's tent, or like wherever she was keeping the scales.
The
Burned
scales are now in
Yeah.
Flock's tent
In
because
Flock's tent, so-
Flock's tent has been burned
Okay,
up.
yeah,
But
yeah. So wherever she like brought them, Rhea's probably gonna go close, and is just kind of like rest
Okay.
and like just wait for everyone else, and then we'll
Okay.
do some
Yeah.
magic.
As you're walking away, the sound of the music and the cheering kind of starts to subside a little bit as you get further and further away, and the fire down here is causing all of these kobold shadows to grow large and distorted down here in the sewers, and kind of you can't keep your eye off of those shadows as you're walking away, right? All these distorted dragon-like shapes reminding you of the weird experience you had earlier in the day, and the silhouette of the statue with its crooked horns, it's one shorter than the other, one longer, casts a moon-like shadow on the ground in front of you as you walk towards Flock's tent. And you're sitting just outside of the tent, right? Or are you going back in? Or...
Probably like 10-ish
Okay.
feet away. Yeah.
Yeah. You just hear a voice from inside the tent. Flack's voice just call out to you. She just says, "Not much one for parties either."
Not particularly. I just, I have like a lot of blood loss right now.
Oh yeah.
So
If you, I can help change those bandages if you want.
that would be wonderful.
If you
Yeah.
Want. Okay.
Yeah.
You want to come
Yeah,
in?
sure, absolutely.
Okay.
And I'll just, I guess, get the bandages changed and then try to like leave as quickly as possible.
As she's changing them,
No,
she's
this is
just like,
Flack, not Fleck.
For
Come on.
Right?
It's
This is
Flack.
"This is Flack."
I
Yeah.
thought it was Fleck.
The formerly
Come on.
possessed.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's changing your bandages, and she just, as she's doing it, she says,
Fleck's a problem.
for a acolyte of the Black God, you're really not much for celebrations, huh?
I'm not particularly feeling it right now.
Me neither.
Hmm.
Well, that should do it for you. So, if you need anything else, I can help. I guess I'll try.
I appreciate it. Praise be. And I'll just
she gives you
with
like
the clawed hand just on the forehead, and I'll just, as I do it, I'll do spare the dying, so it looks like I did something.
She's like, oh,
You've been absolved,
What?
and I'll just leave.
Thanks.
She has a look of confusion on her face, but she's like ponders it for a second, and then kind of goes back and inside the tent and sits down. All right. So the night goes on. You celebrate. You play your instruments, and slowly the fire dwindles, and so do the spirits of the kobolds. And eventually, those that are still awake head back to their tents. Some have fallen asleep, kind of where they were. And you make your way back to the tent where, Rhea, have you started to prepare your...
Yeah.
what you're
I'll
doing?
have like gotten most of the casting of Leomund's tiny hut like ready. In that way, like when everyone gets here, I'll do like the last little bit.
Okay.
And then I guess I'll cast it.
Do we still have that temporary HP modifier, by the way? I'm assuming no. Or max HP modifier.
Oh, that lasts 8 hours.
Okay.
So after a long rest,
It'll
you
go
won't.
in.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, you won't have it.
So
But I'll be able to cast it
trotting
again.
back, and I'm like stumbling a little bit.
Yeah,
And
you
then
want
I-
to
Jumped awake.
I'm gonna
Like,
be on time. Be like, whoa! So fun! No one ever acknowledges us.
I'm gonna find you and then like put my paws on and go and lick your face.
Probably fall off at that point.
I can smell the sewage.
We got tipped.
What?
We got tipped.
We got tipped?
We got tipped.
What for?
Music, mostly.
Oh, yeah. I could hear from all the way back here.
Yeah, that's the point.
Phenomenal.
Could you hear me
It was just
helping?
amazing. I definitely could.
Wow.
It was great. It was great. It was great. Yeah, it was amazing. Yeah.
Have we had a chance to like actually figure out how much gold we got tonight? Is that
Now that you're kind of turning in for the night, you can feel free to count
What
your
have you
gold.
done here? What is this?
I guess we'll see. It's I like had this inspiration, and like I think I'm not quite sure, but I think like my interaction with the scales might have like I don't know.
Is it all the tents around here? Made you
is.
want to make your own tent?
I really do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
really good.
intense about tents. And then I'll cast it. As soon as I say that, I'll cast it.
I'm gonna cry.
What is your little?
I growl a little bit.
It's like actually crying.
I imagine so. I think usually it like looks like whatever is in the area, or you can control the color. I think.
Yeah, you control the color of it, yeah.
I think because of the interaction with this, with like the scales, Ria's probably doesn't have control over the color, and it's just like it looks like black scales,
Okay, yeah.
just like a hut of black scales.
Okay.
And you guys can come in and out of like free will. I can't leave. And also we can kind of, I believe we can see out of it, but nobody can see in. Spells can't get us. And we also are like
home base?
Like nobody can hear us. I think. I'm pretty sure.
So I'm gonna like
Holy shit.
I'm gonna run out right through it, I guess.
Yeah. Or so you're outside of the.
I'm outside.
hut?
I'm gonna look at
I'm
it.
gonna go. Oh.
No.
Do you,
No, you can't hear it. You can't.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, you look back and you see just this pitch black hemisphere dotted with scales.
Oh, I'm gonna trace around it and sniff all around. Is it? Do I see a way in?
Can
or
I just
out?
like poke my head out of it?
Yeah, it just looks like a complete dome. No entrance, no exit, just a dome.
Poke my head out and look at you. I'm like a little floating head. Look at me!
Oh,
I'm gonna
also-
jump right on you.
Like I've just
Yeah.
become a dog. Like
It's a 10-foot sphere, and so I imagine Rio accidentally kind of put it in a really awkward place where it's like kind of slightly
really
in the way.
little.
Like glitches into the wall. Oh man, you unlocked the walk-through walls glitch. Get to the next level early.
Yeah. And one other thing you notice as you go back into the dome is the smell of that pungent scent that's been clinging to your nose since you got down here in the sewers disappears when you get inside the hut too.
What's it smell like?
It smells like wildflowers.
Oh, cute.
Yeah,
But yeah.
roses and violets or whatever.
Do you have a candle going? This is lovely.
And just I think I can control that bit of it.
Okay.
And I think I can also make it brighter in here or darker.
Let me look at the spell description real quick.
What's the Wi-Fi password?
They can really set the ambiance. Is that Bluetooth capability?
Yeah. Is it like
Yeah.
voice activated?
So you can
Council Rayan, play.
I mean, he is always listening.
play Imagine Dragons.
Oh my God.
You can change it from dimly lit to dark. So right
Okay.
now it's dimly lit, I assume, but you can snuff it.
Yeah, I'll just go. Council Rayan, lower the lights.
Ooh.
As the lights go dark in your tiny hut, we're going to take a break. We'll be back in 10 minutes.
I'm
Stick
assuming
around.
we're all going to sleep at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to.
Happiness!
You can not blue and beige.
Or black.
Yeah, or black. Yes.
I used to wear exclusively red, blue, or black, so that I never had to like
Worry about that.
Match.
Yeah.
Smart.
So I would wear a lot of. It looked like an American flag walking around.
Oh no.
Mine was gray,
Yeah.
black, and khaki. Like, you can't not match in those colors.
All right,
We're back.
here we
Hello.
are.
Hello.
Hey.
We made it just in time. We're talking about colors. What's yours?
What's your favorite color?
Gray.
Gray's a
Same.
good color.
Wait, quick. Let's go around. What's everybody's character's favorite
Oh,
color?
character's favorite colors. That's
Nice.
Characters.
Good
It's,
question.
I mean, it's a fire. It's fire. Yeah.
That's not a.
I mean, fire can be a few different colors.
Does Rand know what colors are?
Yes, Fran knows what colors
Does
are.
she know the word color, though?
Yes! Her parents weren't idiots.
We're not talking about our parents.
Rand is not an idiot.
It's just like in The Giver, where the main character sees color for the first time and doesn't know how to describe it.
Yeah.
It's like her hair changed. It was really weird. I don't know.
Hold on, are dogs colorblind?
Oh, dogs.
I think they have
Well,
like
so
fewer
they're
rods
very-
and
I think
cones
that's
or
Oh
something.
yeah,
That's
it's very
that is
specific
true.
colors. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think
It's
they have
not
like
like only grayscale, but it is. They are limited.
a different
number
scale.
of color cones
Mhm.
or rods, whichever ones is in your
Yeah.
hand.
Also, apparently, I just found this out. Like the way that people will describe colors to like blind people is like it'll be like, all right, go stand out in the sun when it's like really hot and like feel like the heat on you.
Like temperature.
That is the color of red.
Oh.
And they'll be like, put your hands in this like cool like bowl of water
Mhm.
Mhm.
and like just feel like the cool and like kind of like chill of it.
Mhm.
That is blue.
Oh.
And I was like, oh my god.
That's actually kind
Yeah.
of brilliant because
Yeah.
temperature does affect color. Like, fun facts, I told my mom this yesterday. Fun facts, you know the rods in toasters that heat things?
Yeah.
Scientists actually don't get this. According to the temperature that the rods get to,
Scientists.
Those
hate
idiots. Scientists.
Really, one weird thing about toasters, scientists don't want you to know.
Scientists hate it.
no, really, like, according to the temperature they get to, they should appear on, like, the wavelength spectrum blue, but they're red.
Oh, well, that's because it's infrared, isn't it?
Well, we
Saoirse,
don't
what's
know.
your favorite
Scientists don't
color?
get it.
Scientists don't get it.
We branched like 4 different
Yeah,
times
that's
there.
weird.
So we have fire as favorite
Fire!
color.
Hey, scientists.
yeah.
Get on
Figure it out.
Get on it.
Oh wait, yeah. Did we get? No, we didn't even get your favorite
Fire!
But just fire.
It's fire. It's
Oh,
definitely fire.
let me ask Bly real quick what her favorite. She's saying feeling a color that's different. Yeah, relatable.
I guess Saoirse's favorite color is the warm caress of a. No, I'm kidding. I wasn't gonna go there. I wasn't. I was gonna say like a summer breeze or something, but you.
Oh, is that what the kids are calling it?
Yeah, it's a
Lovely
hug. That's what they're calling it.
Amazing.
Oh,
Dad.
man, they're great.
Oh, I mean green.
Just say it right.
Green.
Green.
No, it's green.
What
Just
shade?
green, no shades.
a-
Like
Like a dark kind of foresty
like a
green,
forest green,
something like
like a
that.
cadmium or something like
A what?
that. Nothing. Cadmium green. That's the color that I wrote the fire was going to be, and I forgot to say it.
Oh, cadmium?
Yeah,
green?
cadmium green. It's like
Ooh.
I'll look it up. I'll
It's
show
a
it to
heavy
you.
metal.
It is.
It's dangerous. To
Okay,
use it.
periodic table of elements.
Ooh.
All right.
Bly's favorite color is the color of the sky makes during the sunset, like the lavender, coral, pale peach into violet.
That's a good,
Oh,
good
she's
choice,
like
Bly.
the
Ria's
purple
hair.
parts of
Likes
the
the
sunset.
Yeah.
Okay, I was about to say because
pastels.
Blythe, you're
Yeah.
about to take my answer there. Actually,
Mm.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Bryce's favorite color is because he grew up in the poorer parts of Port de Show, and it's not like he was exposed to he obviously knows all the colors, but the main colors.
Obviously, name them all.
Routine.
Name them.
Name 5 of their albums.
Who's your bass player? No, the first one.
His favorite color the color that he saw the most that wowed him was the color of the sunset, but the orange part of it. I was gonna go
Okay.
for.
Nice.
The really darker, the more burnt orange part that really it settles into.
Aww.
Yeah, he used to sit out on the docks and look at it until
Well,
Judy
so
called
you
him
guys could
inside.
share.
Aww.
Rhea.
So Rhea's favorite color, I'm gonna say, is black, but only because to cover my bases as a player, Rhea is as colorblind as I am.
Fair.
So yeah, Rhea's favorite color is black, because it can just match with anything. You don't have to worry about it.
100%.
Yeah. Unless you get two just slightly different shades of black.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It is newsprint.
Stop it.
Rhea says, I don't know what you're talking about.
The 20 different shades of black that you have, and this isn't black. This is abyss. Charcoal.
Yeah.
And then, and then can we pick an NPC?
Yeah, absolutely. I feel weird saying.
That's my closet, 100%.
Can you do that by the mic? Can we
I'm a
capture
little
that?
nervous. No,
Oh,
see, that's
no,
in order. It
sorry.
involved the liquid
Yeah,
swishing and
Do
things.
this towards that.
I cannot recreate
Oh,
that.
come on.
It's gonna
Do
go
it.
spilling
No.
so fast.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's a
That was
momentary
once in a
thing.
lifetime.
Hunter
Somebody
made a
clip
really
that.
cool sound with his cola mug.
Mug?
Cola mug.
Physics.
It's actually Fago Cola. Hey Fago.
Fizz.
Hey, Fago.
Sponsor us.
Physics.
Hashtag not sponsored, but could be sponsored.
I want to know. Smart. No, not smart. Flack. I want to know Flack's favorite color.
Interesting. Okay. So Flack's favorite color used to be like a kind of a deep purple, like a royal purple, but a lot of when she was looking out the tent windows in her dreams, that was the color of some of the shapes that she saw. And so now she's more of she's making up her mind, but leaning more towards greens, like brighter colors, brighter greens, something that looks different than the surroundings she's been in for most of her life.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Well,
Now that we've got that out of the way.
Savannah, my cousin says hi.
Hey!
He just texted me. He was like, "Tell Savannah I said hi."
What up, Chris?
Sorry, I just had to do that.
Good to hear from you through a text through Michelle.
it's like you're right here with us.
Oh man, you wish you could be playing, but you know.
Right there.
Hope you're doing well.
Go to bed.
You're fast asleep on the floor of the sewers. You've gotten used to the gentle scent
The fun
inside the
hut
hut.
doesn't have the flooring to it.
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
But it is temperature controlled.
It is, yeah.
That's fantastic.
Right.
And Reed's covered in heavy armor, so it's kind of cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're lying fast asleep when all of a sudden the air changes. How long does Lehman's tiny hut last? It's 8 hours,
I believe
right?
it's 8 hours.
Yeah. So the air changes. The dry, cool air in here becomes warmer and moister and a lot stinkier all of a sudden. And you all slowly come awake in response to it.
I'm just like, oh, Rand, you're a blink dog. Oh,
I'm not a dog anymore.
yeah, I'm half asleep.
But I'm not a dog anymore. Wake up!
Someone
I'm gonna shake Rio awake. Hi.
Oh,
Hey. Yeah.
hello.
Hey.
I'm sorry. I thought your dog phone farted.
Yeah, it was
No.
not me.
Okay.
Yep. I am a polite dog. I would do my business outside.
I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
Has anything else changed about the inside of the tent? The lighting or anything?
No. The tents you're talking about.
The tent
hut?
that is not
The
there
hut.
anymore.
The hut has disappeared. You
Oh.
are now back in the sewer
I
streets.
Oh,
No,
Yep.
So that means max HP modifier is gone.
what was
Long
that,
rest,
by the way?
that's right.
Yeah, you have made
it was 5.
a long rest, so you are now back to full health. Rhea, your wounds have miraculously healed. What?
Yeah. Well, actually, real quick, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just going to cast aid. No, I'm not gonna do it.
You're
Never
not
mind.
gonna-
I
you're
take
not
it
gonna
back.
do
No,
Yeah.
because it only lasts 8 hours.
Yeah, you watch Rhea hold up her hand and it starts to glow, and then she's like,
I changed my mind. No.
Okay, so you are now back in the sewer streets. It is quiet out. You assume most of the kobolds are sleeping it off right now. There are still a few in the streets, passed out, asleep. One of them you see just like a little snot bubble, cartoonishly, just like, and just like a shoo.
That was a honk shoe and a mimi.
Yeah, yeah. This kobold is
He's
out.
Oh.
What would you like to do?
So, should we follow the map? Should we go looking for this
Well, would
whirlpool?
we want to try taking the staff by
Kaladar.
Kaladar, thank you.
Yeah.
By Kaladar first, because I mean, if we're gonna be going to the quarry place, it might be a good idea to have that all figured out first.
Yeah, I
That sounds like a good idea. Yeah.
And then on the way, we can maybe grab my entire armor set, liaison blade, and other things that I have lying about the town and shops.
Yeah.
Well, we could do that, or I mean, the map is right here. We'd have to come all the way back. But I wonder if there is a different way to get out from the sewers.
Oh yeah, it was kind of a pain to get in here to begin with.
I wonder if it connects into town, like
I wonder
it
if
did
Smock would know.
under. Oh
You
yeah.
know Smock knows.
Let's find Smock.
Let's find Smoke.
Okay.
I guess I'll look around.
Are you looking around?
Smock.
Where does Smoke?
You all stand still, saying, "Let's find Smock."
I'm gonna start peeking in tents.
Okay.
I guess I'll
Stealthfully.
it was Fleck that called Smock into the
Flock.
Flock was
Yeah.
what? I'm gonna go try and find Flock because Flock should be easy to find. He's the leader.
Yeah, you're right outside Flock's tent.
I'll go to Flock's tent.
Hi, Flock.
Hi, Flock.
Let's be gentle about it.
You just a second or two goes by, and then you see the tent flap pull back, and hello.
Oh, right, it's early. I'm sorry about that.
Hi.
Would you happen to know where Smock is?
Oh. Yeah. Smock.
and
And you see Smock just kind of
Big
like,
Oh,
hey,
hey,
hi,
what's up?
hi.
Good morning.
Are we going on an adventure?
We are, but first I wanted to ask,
Huh?
do you know if there's like a shortcut into the city from the sewers?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, do you think
Yeah.
you show us?
Shh. Can I show him? And Fox like, yeah, sure, fine. Go, get out of here.
Awesome. Thank you so much. You're
Yeah.
so smart.
Oh, yeah. Hold on, 1 second. And she zips back and comes back, and she's got like a backpack on. She's like fully suited up.
Wait,
Gigs.
wait. I need to know like what ratio of backpack
Yeah.
to kobold
Oh,
child
it is like
One
1
to
part's
one?
kobold, like 5 parts.
Yes.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like, it's like the Monster Hunter cats.
And yeah,
Oh,
and you see her yank on the straps and just like, she's like, all right, let's go.
So
Right.
prepared. I love it.
Well, sound like a plan?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's go.
All right, everybody ready?
Yeah.
She reaches up and she reaches behind her horn. She pulls down some goggles and she's like, and they
love
snap
that.
into her eyes.
I'm gonna pull out my goggles.
I was about to
Same thing. Ow!
All right, follow me. Don't lag behind.
I've never done. I've only ever seen Flack do this before. Oh.
Lead the way.
All right, let's go.
And she zips off into the distance, and she weeds you down a series of twisting turns and tunnels, and she doesn't take you the way that you were just at when you were protecting the entrance. She takes you down a very much smaller like side exit, and you end up in some like copper pipes at one point. So you're all having to stoop. She is like perfectly the right height, like her backpack is like just brushing the very top.
Do I just need to like kind of...
Yeah, you just need to like gently lower your head. Rhea, you're like crab walking.
Yeah, I'm in heels too, so it's like
the copper pipe.
Yeah, with every step just like dong, dong.
My calves are just so
Yeah.
defined.
So built by
yeah.
this.
Yeah.
But after maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes of doing this, you come to a little bit larger pipe, and then there is a ladder and an opening in the ceiling, and the ladder goes up and you can see just some small bits of light streaking through what looks like a sewer grate or something about 40, 50 feet above you. And Smock looks at you and she says,
So, where are you going? What part of the city do you want to go to?
We're going to a shopping district.
Yeah.
That's where this one goes.
Alright.
It goes right near the bazaar.
Excellent.
I sneak up there and I steal some sweets sometimes.
Oh,
There's a
Yeah,
chocolate vendor up
stealing
there.
isn't good.
What?
Yes.
I mean, if you wanted to get some
Getting
this time,
caught's bad.
Yeah, that's
Stealing's
true,
great.
too.
That's
Oh.
what Flock always says.
if you wanted to go grab some this
Oh.
time, I'll give you an extra gold for a few extra pieces.
Or you could just pay for them with the gold.
What?
Hmm?
No, that's for the horde.
Yeah.
Oh.
What? No, gold's not for spending. Gold's for collecting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The offer still stands.
Oh, that's fine. No, that's your gold. We gave it to you.
Oh, okay.
DM, how much gold did?
oh
you
yeah,
get?
I didn't tell you
we
that.
didn't
Yeah.
know.
So counting tips, you earned 114 gold each.
Wow.
And a
Um,
few rocks.
Yes, and
Very special.
the one
rocks that
special
were
rock.
splitting it
breathed on.
evenly, 14 silver.
Which, that one special rock I do want to, like, really hang on to. I'm
Sure,
sure.
14 silver, and then 86 copper, and 6 rocks. So
Wait,
114,
114 gold.
yes,
And then what?
14 silver.
14 silver, 86 copper, and 6 rocks.
1,000 platinum. Cool. Thank you.
Yes, and Bryce, you have 3 bottle caps. And you each have an unspecified amount of jewelry. You'd have to do some work or take it to someone to appraise it to really assess how much it's worth.
I'm still
Some
wearing the
jewelry.
clip-on earrings, just...
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah, when you shifted back overnight into your normal form, they stayed clipped on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But she shows you the ladder and she's like,
Wait, when are you coming back?
It shouldn't be too long. We just need to have a talk with one guy, and I just gotta pick up a couple of stuff. So,
Oh, what kind of stuff? I like stuff.
like, really cool, shiny stuff.
Can you show me? When you get back?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna be wearing it. So, you're gonna see it.
Okay.
Wait, hey, Smog.
Hi.
Do you know how to get to the atrium?
The atrium. What's that?
No,
You mean the
that wasn't-
Airy?
Thank you. The Airy.
Oh. I haven't been there before. I know Flax went near it. I know there's a way to get there, but I haven't seen it personally. They don't. Even that one's too scary for me.
That's fair. I have a job for you.
Banner bank. That was what I was-
Okay.
Okay, until we get back,
Uh-huh.
you have a very important duty.
she stands up a little bit straighter and adjusts her backpack. She's like,
Hi, you said dude.
Only you are sneaky enough
in
to
the sewers.
accomplish this. You got this?
Yeah.
Okay. You need to make sure that Flack is okay until we get back.
How do I do that sneakily?
Well, make sure she doesn't go into the sewers.
Okay.
And you
I can
don't
do
go
that.
without us either, okay?
Okay. But if she does, do I follow her? What do you want me to... What should I do?
I would get Flock and make sure she doesn't go.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I can do that. I I can do that.
Yes, you can. Good job.
Thanks.
All right, we'll see you in a bit.
Okay. Wait.
Thank you.
Who are you?
Oh, that's right.
I'm just gonna mind speak. I'm the magical dog, remember? Yeah, and I'm gonna leave.
She does not move. She's just like processing that the entire time you ascend the ladder.
It's a lot to take in.
Magical dog, remember? Oh, me. Yeah, ascend the ladder.
You ascend the ladder and you pop open the sewer grate and you find yourselves back in the market district, maybe a street away from the large bazaar that you were at before.
Is the tailor, blacksmith, or Kaladar the closest?
The tailor would be the closest to you right now.
All right. All right, the tailor's the closest, so I feel like just stop by there really quick so I can get my armor. All right. Make our way towards the tailor.
Okay. So you weave through. It's kind of it's relatively early still. You went to bed, judging by the time, a little early. It's hard to judge time when you're down in the sewers. There's not a whole lot of light to work with. So it is first thing in the morning, and people are just starting to kind of enter into the marketplace, and shops are just starting to open. So you are one of the first people here, and you walk into the entrance of the shop, and the red dragonborn, you see her. She's up on the elevated platform, writing at her desk, and just kind of looks like she's doing some note taking or working on some logs. And she looks up as you enter, and she pushes the little tiny spectacles up her nose, and she's like, "Ah,
hey,
you're back."
Of course. I need my armor.
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 I thought we were doing a cool shirt.
That's right.
Is that okay? Yeah, that's what I worked on.
Yeah, that's what I want. That's right. I lost my dad.
No, it's fine.
He's got a lot of other irons in the fire at the moment.
I'm sort of another place. I'm all over the place.
Oh, no, it's okay. I mean, you're gonna possibly be
the next Aqua. That's right.
It's so exciting. You got to tell everybody where you got your clothes.
Oh, of course. That was the deal.
Yep.
That was the deal. Of
Yep.
course.
Is it okay if we do this in front of them?
What?
Could you guys possibly, turn around for a second?
I'm just gonna leave.
Yeah, you just walk out.
You just dance.
So real.
Well,
What do you want me to do?
They listen to me,
yeah, okay. Well, right this way, I guess. And she shows you to the outfit that you ordered. I think it was remind me again.
Let's see.
I was checking my notes. I don't think I wrote it down, but
I think it was a light blue robe and nice flare-out pants.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you've got your robe and you've got your flared pants. And
Hardly needs the modifier of nice.
Oh no,
not
it's the
be
point
nice?
that they're nice. In nice quality.
they're
okay.
refined.
Yes. Do I
And
get an armor class increase with this?
no, this is just fancy clothes.
Close.
But you
might
look
help you with
real good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it at least the same armor class?
Yeah.
Oh.
As long as you wear whatever I think you have leather armor,
Yeah.
right? As long as you wear that over, under,
Okay.
or
Yeah.
at the same time. But she hands you these, and she's like, I know you said you didn't necessarily want it, but I worked on something special.
Right.
And she pulls out this ruffled blouse with these kind of puffed out shoulders. She's like, you just look the type. You just
I love it. Oh my gosh. I will make sure everyone knows this came from here.
Thank you so much.
And I'll put it all on immediately.
And good luck. What are they making you do?
You know I can't tell you that. It's so
Please.
I'll give you a hint. It has a little something to do with caves, water, and a giant spider.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's already pushing it. I don't know if I can tell you much more than that.
Hey, if you're going for spiders, if you can get any of that silk while you're down there, I could weave.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
I'll keep an eye out. Yeah. Well, thanks.
All right. I'll see you later. Good luck.
Oh, thanks. Don't walk out to the group.
Are you just hanging out outside? What are you wanting to do?
I just wanted to get as far away from that as possible. Frankly.
I'm gonna step out.
I was like, okay, where will he be going next? And I'm gonna go there and hang out.
Should we? Do you want to go to like a bathhouse or something and get a little clean? Because we did spend the night in a sewer.
Literal sewers.
We're gonna go back, but honestly, like I've noticed people like avoid us in front, like as we walk. I mean, yeah, but also
people are keeping a wide berth.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Let's go take a bath.
So I'll dramatically step out to no one being. Just like, look at guys.
Leaving a note when to take a bath.
Yeah, we'll say Tradj is still like hanging out outside. He's been kind of at the periphery since the end of the battle. But yeah, he just is like, they went to the bathhouse.
Yeah. Well, okay, I guess let's go get the sword.
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
Is it nearby? DM.
It is close. I mean, it's in the same district. It's adjacent to this district, so it'll be a short walk.
Okay.
So you go to that, and you're trying to find a bathhouse.
Sure.
Yeah, we'll say there's one not too far off. You're walking towards where the 3 sheets is.
Mm-hmm.
You remember seeing Sudsy Dud's bathhouse.
Right.
It is off down one street, but you walk in, and there's a halfling sitting at the counter. He says, "Welcome to Sudsy Dud's. What can we do you for?"
I'd love a bath.
Well, you're in the right
I was
place.
hoping so.
3 of you?
Yeah.
All right. We've got robes right over here if you
Thanks
want
so
them.
much.
We've got towels over there. They're all monogrammed, so if you steal them, we'll know. But they're yours while you're here.
Okay.
That'll be 10 silver apiece.
Okay.
I'll just pay for everyone.
Oh, we all got. Oh my
No,
goodness.
it's fine. It's fine. It was my idea.
Big spender.
Yes.
All right.
That can just translate to what, 3 gold?
Yeah, 3 gold. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can do 3 gold.
Okay.
Now, if you want to upgrade, we have the massage package for only another 2 gold. If you want to upgrade to the hot stones, those are a silver apiece.
I put your hand down. Like, nope.
Are you
Another
sure?
time.
Are you
Another
sure?
time.
We can do an aromatherapy add-on.
Kaladar. But Kaladar.
We've got
a safe word.
But my calves.
We've got a CBD package.
Having to
yourself
expand
I'm perfectly fine with just the base package. If you want to get some other stuff for yourself, treat yourself. I mean, you deserve it. You've had a rough
You deserve
go
it.
of
I mean,
I do. I'm gonna throw that to her home. And just be like, but it just can't be super long because I do have stuff to do today.
all
it
right,
has
the
to be
express
quick.
package we
Yes.
got.
So that's an extra 2 gold.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lizzie and I went to a spa after our
Ooh.
marriage, so that's why I have all of these little add-ons on top of the.
Was it the shoji?
Did you like it?
Very good. Yes, yeah, shoji. Yeah, it's
Nice.
great.
It looked like a really nice place.
Super nice.
I should
It was
go
really
sometime.
cool. But anyway, yeah. So you go. You have
We're
your
about to go
relaxing
onto a
spa
tangent.
experience. And we'll say, for the sake of this, actually, each of you roll a d8 for me.
Oh, bet.
Ooh. What is that?
7.
7.
That is
5.
the thing about those. It is kind of hard to read.
And actually,
Yes.
you roll an extra d4 as well, since you got the upgraded package.
7.
Okay. So for the next 24 hours or until your next long rest, your max HP is increased by that amount.
Oh! It's like a hot spring room in an RPG.
Bryce, you and Tradj make your way through the market district into the adjacent district, the craft district, with all of the smiths, which you passed through on your way to I was gonna say airport. The airship docks.
I mean,
it is. I mean, a spade's a spade, right? It's an
Yeah.
airport. But you make your way back to that district, to the familiar main street that you were on, that I cannot remember the name of.
Yeah.
I named it.
something.
I think it was Cantaloupe. I think it was
Oh
Cantaloupe.
yeah, I think it was.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, I wrote that down somewhere.
Yeah.
I just realized I never rolled my HP.
Oh yeah,
for level
go for
5,
it.
so I'm just gonna
Yeah.
do that real quick.
Oh, how
Make
do
sure
I
you do that if you haven't done your
How-
HP rolls
Which
yet.
one do I roll?
It'll say your hit point dice. You'll roll one of those, and then you'll in D&D Beyond, there's an option to add manual HP increases.
Mine just does it automatically.
Oh, are you just doing the auto? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine.
4
I think we
minus
had to hold a
1, so I
bottle for
got
mine
3.
last time.
I was looking at Tradj's character sheet. I didn't realize he's got a -2 Constitution.
Oh,
So
no.
every time he rolls, he's got like 18 HP still.
Oh no! How am I the
He gets-
tankiest person on the team?
He has 5d10 hit dice, and he has 18 HP.
Oh no!
Andy, if you're watching, I'm so sorry.
Putting your character on blast.
Yeah, but yes, so we can work through that after today's session if you want help figuring that out. But you make your way back down to Cantaloupe Street, and you find Shields and Swords by Sheffield Ford. And there's a little, sign up, and it says, "We are open for business" up front. I can't think of a good sword pun for that right now. It just says, actually, no. It's got the little clock dial on the front, when they show, like, "Be back soon," but it's got a sword on it, and the clock is a shield.
Cute.
So,
Like that analog clocks exist.
yes, of course they do. It's
Yeah.
just gears.
Yeah.
There's a whole plane about that kind of stuff. But you open the door and you see Sheffield is by the forge. Sheffield Ford by the forge, hammering out what looks like a blade that he's working on. And he looks up and says, like, "Oh, I don't remember what voice I did for him. Oh, you're back so
Yeah.
soon.
Has it not been long enough? Is the blade ready? It's been a few days.
It's been a day.
Oh.
Actually, a lot less than it. It's been like 12 hours.
No way.
I'm
You
gonna-
slept for 8 hours.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a day or two more to get this. Don't get me wrong, dude. Don't get me wrong. Love it. Working on it. It's coming out super great.
Looks great.
It's kind of still in the concept. This is not it. It's kind of still in the
It
concept
already
stage.
looks great, is what I'm saying. Is that you're already doing a
Thank-
fantastic
I
job.
appreciate that
I
so
appreciate
much.
you.
So much. How's that getting all of my stuff back thing going, by the way?
Oh, it's going pretty well. We're still working on it. You should expect that in like a business day or two.
Every day is a business day here at Shields and Swords by Sheffield Ford.
That's really
When I'm not at the
awesome.
forge, I'm thinking about the forge.
Wow.
When
okay.
I'm not sharpening my blade, I'm sharpening my mind
So business
and my
days.
body so I can do better work for you to deliver the proper items
That is
you require.
Awesome.
Cool.
So when we
You're
refer to
entrepreneur.
business day, when I refer to business days, I'm talking about what everyone else thinks of. So
Oh.
that's what.
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So,
1 to 2 business days. Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Come back in a couple days. I'll have it for you.
Yeah, sounds perfect, and we'll have your stuff for you.
You'll have it just in time for the Emperor's Parade. It'll be great.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Of course.
Get out. Go.
All right. So you head back. Are you going back to?
I guess if the little note was left, or Tradj knows that they went to the bathhouse, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Tradj knows.
Yes, we'll head back to the bathhouse then.
Okay. So we'll say, it takes you a little bit. You get back, you're still mid soak, mid massage. And yeah, you walk in, and we'll just for the sake of convenience say it's, you start to wrap up around, you wait maybe 10 minutes or so, but they start to wrap up and come back out. You can always do your own thing if you want.
No, I feel like it's good.
If you want to soak.
I don't need to.
All right, so you're all back together now. What would you like to do?
Caladar.
Caladar. Start marching towards his house.
Oh, I hope he's alive.
Guys, look at my new... I'll flare out my robe a little, like, look at my new outfit.
Oh.
It's wonderful. It's perfect.
Thanks, guys. Thanks,
amazing.
Miss Rhea.
Of course. You don't have to call me Miss Rhea.
Okay, Miss Rhea.
Okay. Should we involve Perennia in any of this?
No.
She might.
don't
She
like
seemed
her.
smarter than him.
Wow.
I mean, I'm being straight up. He's the one that messed up.
But
she
it was
wasn't,
his-
and she knew
But-
all the reasons why he messed up.
But he is more honest.
She seemed pretty honest.
No.
Did she lie to us?
Yeah, I cast Stone of Truth.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I do think she would know more about what's in there than Caladar would.
Isn't she the one that told us all about the quarry and everything?
Yeah.
She probably knows the most.
I can always cast Stone of Truth again.
All
Sounds like a good
right.
point. Perennia.
Let's Caladar first.
Oh,
Then Perennia.
Caladar, then Perennia.
All right. You go from the broad bank to the banner bank, chanting at the top of your lungs, through into the university district, back to Caladar's tiny little shotgun apartment, and
Can we just say for us three that it's kind of like on New Girl when they got blowouts and people are just like, wow, these are beautiful people.
yeah, you're glowing right now. You are radiant. Your pores are the smallest they've ever been.
Am I
You
just
can't even see
dingy
them.
by comparison?
Yeah, but you're
You
wearing
have a
your.
slick
I guess I got.
Yeah.
Oh, so just try.
Yeah. You look disheveled, but in an artful way, it's intentional,
Mm.
especially contrasting with your fancy dress now. I assume you've changed into it.
Yes. Oh,
Okay.
yeah. I've
Yeah.
been wearing it.
Yeah. So I mean, you're catching some stares. People are, kind of giving you a, nice. But you walk up to Cal. That's what people
seem
do,
like they've
right?
Taken a bath lately.
That person
Alright.
looks like
They got
they
that bath
bathed.
confidence going on.
It's totally like when you give your friend a compliment. Your hair looks so great. What have you done? And they're like, I
Stop.
washed it.
Curly girl.
Mhm.
You walk up to the door and you notice it is back on its hinges because you repaired it after blowing it off its hinges.
Should we kick it in?
I was about to say, could we kick it in again?
You raise your leg to kick it in, and you realize that there's something new on the door. There is a wreath on the front of the door. It's like a twisted wreath made out of these thick strands of what almost looks like grass,
Oh.
and some little lavender flowers dot it.
Cute.
You still kick it open.
I
I knock on the door.
Oh.
Okay. Knock, and after a few seconds, you see the door kind of creak open and an eye poke in.
Hey.
Oh, it's just you. Okay.
Who did you
Were
think
you
it
expecting?
was?
Do you have other visitors often?
Is Perennia here?
No, she's not here right now.
Right now?
No, she's not.
What about other times?
Okay. Anyway.
What is this? I leave you alone for one day and you come in. Come in.
With-
Come
You
in.
just
Yeah.
don't look capable of a
I-
wreath. I walk in.
I'll walk in
you.
too.
You'll be happy to know, and he gestures to the space, and it is like immaculately clean now.
Wow,
It's
you're
like,
cleaned up.
You know, there's still like some stains on the cushions, whatever, you know, but like there is nothing. Every surface is like perfect. It is impeccable.
So you did this for yourself?
And you notice as you look at him, he's got some bags under his eyes. Actually, he's looking very tired. He's like, haven't been able to sleep much lately, so I've passed the time. And you know how sometimes when you live in a space for a long period of time and you have people over and then you suddenly realize how bad it's got.
Yeah.
Ta-da!
Yeah.
It looks great.
You did good.
Much better.
Great job.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And yes, Perennia did leave the wreath. We have been reconciling. Not like that.
Oh.
It's a professional relationship. It's purely academic.
Sure.
Anyway.
Speaking of academics, we have a curiosity for you.
We caught a quarry.
Oh, that
Holding out
was...
pulsing blue
Don't
rod.
touch it.
I won't. Do you want some gloves to handle that with?
Should I?
I've
been handling it.
It's a great question. I don't know. I've never... How?
How did you get
So fast. It's been 2 days.
Well, I became a blink dog, and then there were a lot of kobolds, and then sewers, and then I
A
had some
repeating
mead.
crossbow.
Oh yeah,
Cool. Don't forget that.
That's facts.
And
The
so that
chase.
adds up to...
A rolly wood thing.
We met another member of the Folded, or rather a possessed being, and rather than knock it out this time, we...
Boop.
Yeah.
Extracted it. They
Yep.
said with the dreams.
Give me 1 minute. And he opens the door to his lab and just runs downstairs and he hears like the... And then runs back up and he's got like gloves on and he's got like a visor over his head. He's like, may I?
I don't know if that's a good idea.
I've got PPE.
Oh.
Should somebody send a message to Perennia? Get her over here as well?
Oh, should we? Yeah, should we?
Yeah, do you think Perennia would be helpful for this?
Sure, that would be fine.
I mean...
I can look. I've got gloves on. I'm not.
The
But
gloves
this
does
is
not tell me much. Because I've been holding this without gloves the whole time.
And that was probably foolish. See,
Well, how did you
I've been learning lessons. Look at me. You can call her. That's fine. I'm not going to.
Were you wearing PPE last time?
No.
No. I mean, that is progress.
No, absolutely not. When you're at the precipice of something big, I mean, sometimes you take some leaps. Sometimes you fall in the pit. And then the pit possesses you and seizes control of your body for months on end. And we learn from those mistakes.
Yes, that's right.
Yes.
Could we have Tradj have gone to get Perennia?
Sure.
From this time,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
on the way to.
Yeah, Tradj is like, I'll go take care of it.
Okay.
Thanks.
Runs off.
All right. Fine.
Do you mind?
As long as you don't
Sure,
release it.
I mean, you let the child hold it.
And the child is the one deciding this.
That's a fair point. And he reaches out with both hands. He goes one under, one over. And it's like,
But you better not have any OSHA violations. I'm watching.
oh shit. Don't know it.
How did you
Wow.
get the dreams out of it before?
I just...
Oh, you
Don't.
do that.
How did you
He mimes it with his hand. He doesn't.
Okay.
He falls over to the ground. Starts convulsing.
You
Suddenly,
gave us-
boss
Eyes
fight.
glowing blue.
No, he's like,
You gave us that potion with the dream inside. Did
Yes.
you put this into a potion bottle?
I think so.
That'd be great.
Yeah. Wow. I wasn't expecting something like this. That's incredible. Huh. So I've never seen it glow this bright before. That's one thing. That's fascinating. But
Does it always pulse like that?
that part's new.
There's a lot of new happening here.
Right. So here's the thing. You say there's a quarry in here.
Mm-hmm.
I assume you said you...
Yep.
I mean, we're assuming it's in there.
Huh.
I mean, it's glowing the blue.
If it's not a quarry itself, it must be a dream linked to one, at the very least. I think I can work with this.
Okay.
And I will take precautions, don't you worry. Yes. It's curious. I feel like the potion that I made that did me in, right, I suppose unintentionally had a link to something, or forged a link to something, but you're asking me now to purposefully do that.
Well, to make the
Yes.
potion and then not
I'm not going to
take
drink
it,
it, good
obviously.
lords.
But it would be a container of sorts.
True.
And then we could
What's he
continue
planning
to
to...
use the tuning fork to perhaps help others who have been possessed by these spirits.
I may help you out, but what do you intend to do? Because I'm certainly not holding on to that potion.
Oh,
What are you intending to do with it?
Is there a way to put it into a weapon?
No.
What?
It's another form of
No.
container.
I'm not certain about that.
Let's
That may be
just dig a
above
hole.
my...
We can't just bury
expertise.
everything.
Again, I can do it, but you're going to have a direct link to potentially a malevolent spirit.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I feel like we kind of had direct links to malevolent spirits this entire time, so it's not really a new
I wonder if there's a
detail.
way to... I wish there was a way to put it into some sort of imaging device or something that would allow us to speak or communicate with it without having it free.
The only way I know to do that once contained in a potion is to have somebody drink it.
Yeah, that's not happening.
You think Perennia would know something?
She might. The drinking of the distilled dream potions is more my expertise.
Well, right, we're trying to avoid the drinking of this potion,
Right.
probably.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, because also we're about to go to a quarry place. Maybe just having one in a bottle will do something?
Well, let's see. If this is a spiritual creature that resides in dreams and dream worlds, can't we put it in an object since it's already in an object?
We can't put it in a weapon.
No.
I'm not certain. Normally I distill it into a potion, but I could try to put it into an object, but I don't...
A potion is too dangerous, but if we put it into an object, maybe it wouldn't be able to hurt anyone.
And then what would you do with the object?
Keep it.
Because if I've been working on a theory here, and if what I understand is correct, it's not... The potion that I drank did not directly contain the being, but it contained a link to the being, a pathway to it. So if I put it into an object, I may accidentally be creating a physical portal to that being.
But that could lead us to it, not just the other way around.
I could do that with the potion too, but that would mean that you would have to be willing to drink the potion and go into potentially that dream world.
This sounds like a lot. Let's wait for Perennia to get here and brainstorm some more.
Okay.
What do you think?
Sure. Do you want
What kind
me to...
of tea do you have? I'll go out to the shops and get some tea.
That'd be wonderful.
Okay.
I've been drinking mostly coffee lately. A lot of it, actually. There's a pot on in the kettle in the
Do you have any
kitchen.
sugar?
No, it's just been...
Oh.
If you
Don't wanna
pick up some
crash.
food, I can make us some food.
Wow!
And give everyone temporary hit points. Psst, give everyone temporary hit points.
Hey, God.
I went to the shops earlier yesterday.
Do you mind?
Yesterday. What time is it?
Morning?
Why haven't you been sleeping?
What? It's no big deal.
That sounds like a big deal.
No.
Have you had dreams?
No, I've not had dreams. Roll a persuasion check or whatever you want.
Okay.
Persuasion or intimidation, depending on what you're trying to do.
Let's see.
But I've got some staples. I went to the shops yesterday. If you want, I've got some leafy greens, some an onion or two. I've never had a rutabaga before, but they had them, so I don't know what one does with it. But
Well, I'm a master chef, so
It's true.
I can figure it out.
Wow,
Yeah.
fantastic. Knives are in the hanging from the far wall. Be careful, they're very sharp. And he kind of like, you see him massage a finger.
I had a 13.
13. Look, I have not had any dreams, because I have not slept recently, so...
Why? Is someone scared?
No!
We may have to
No!
be complex.
I'm a very... yes, I'm terrified.
Yeah.
I don't want it to come back. Like, what if it's still... What if the portal's still there, and just because I woke up, I can't access it. But as soon as I go back to sleep, I don't know enough about that to say one way or another.
We never did let him sleep when he was with us, so we
That's
have
true.
no idea of knowing.
I've started to see very fun colors.
Oh no. Okay. So maybe we could
Let's do
convince.
some supervised sleep.
Yeah.
A sleep study.
It
Yeah.
seems as though we might have to...
Don't tell Perennia, also, please.
We might want to go ahead and put that thing in a potion just so we can use the rod in case it does come back. Because we know it works.
That's a great idea.
That's what never mind.
What?
But not in a glass bottle, in a metal bottle with a lid and a lock and...
I've got stoppers.
Oh.
Cork. Rubber. What do you want?
Soldering metal.
Oh.
Do they make any sort of like magical containers that we could get?
I've got lead-lined, a couple lead-lined containers.
Yes, that.
It's next best thing. It's the opposite of a magic container, I suppose. But
Like a bag?
yeah, sure.
Do
I
they
can
have something that's like a bag?
come downstairs. I've got it in the lab. And he leads you downstairs, and he
To the lab.
the lab is similarly spotless. All of the glassware has been shined. There is a sparkle. You look in some of the big, long, oblong, I don't know what my scientists.
Beakers?
Come on, beakers. Beakers, and you look at them, and it's like a mirror, funhouse mirror. Yeah. You look in one that's flared at the bottom, Bryce, and your chin just like. And there's one that is like the spirally one, and you look at it, and you're like, little spring lad. But yeah, it's he's got some solutions hooked up to it. It's all like fully set up again.
He says, right over here to this cabinet. And he opens up a cabinet and he pulls out this. You just watch him go like, ugh!
Oh. Yeah.
On the table. That's a lead-lined one. Be careful, it's quite heavy.
That'll do.
Is it?
I will it. That looks heavy.
Mhm,
Who's
that's the
carrying
point.
that?
Yeah, not me.
You're all strong, you're fighters, right? You almost killed me.
I've got noodle arms.
Perhaps
I
directly
don't
and
know,
indirectly.
How heavy is it?
Are you trying to just test it?
I
or
like gauge it, yeah.
Yeah. It's probably somewhere in the neighborhood of like 20-30 pounds.
Oh, that's not bad.
That's not
Yeah, Kaladar is like
It's fine.
he's not a big man.
He's an intellectual.
Yes, I've spent my days training the one muscle that matters.
Sure.
God.
So, shall we do it
Yes.
Mhm.
right now?
Mhm. Yes.
Sure.
We don't want to wait for Perennia?
Yeah. Go ahead.
All right.
No.
I knew this would happen.
And he just closes his eyes and falls over.
Okay.
Like, all right, I'm gonna go prepare some food, some treats.
I'm gonna tie him up.
I'll get him a pillow.
I'm just gonna tie him up with my rope.
And as you tie him up, you hear the door upstairs creak open.
Oh, that's a bad look.
She won't care.
And Perennia call out like, "Hello?
Down here.
Where's
Oh.
the rod?
Okay.
I guess it's
Coming
on the
down,
table.
I suppose.
I'm gonna hide it if I see it.
What?
The rod?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Just like holding it behind your back, or okay. She walks downstairs, and Tradj is walking along with her, and she's like, "Hello. Oh, it's you. I should have known Tradj came." And what is going on here?
We
This is the
didn't
first-
knock him out this
No,
time.
it wasn't us.
No.
We didn't. It wasn't us. He fell asleep on his own accord.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
You let him fall asleep.
Well, okay.
Well,
So here's
let is a strong word. It really just kind of
He
happened.
just passed
He was
out.
standing up.
He was a noodle.
Is he? And she rushes over and she like pulls his eyelids open. She's like, just bloodshot for now. Okay.
Yeah, he's just been apparently like staying up every day, all night.
Yes.
We need your help.
Okay. Tradj gave me a high level, but what is it?
I'm gonna pull it out and say we have a quarry.
Oh. I knew he said he gave that to you. You have
There's a quarry in here.
one.
Yeah, we tapped a folded on the noggin with it. Sucked it right out.
Made them normal again.
And that actually worked.
Yeah.
Mhm.
weird, right?
She looks down at
Made sense to
Kaladar
me.
and she's like, "No, but really, Huh.
Mhm.
Yeah.
She's
Yes,
all
can't
normal.
you-
I believe she slept last night and everything too.
Mhm.
and woke up."
No, we didn't follow
I guess
up.
we didn't check on that, but I mean, I feel like we would have.
Probably
We have a
fine.
guard on her.
Yeah, we would have probably heard.
Okay, somebody with brawny with the
Yeah,
who can
absolutely.
subdue.
yeah,
Okay,
yes.
Yeah,
At
the
least
most
you-
Very-
clever person I've ever known.
Mm-hmm.
well, at least you thought ahead.
Mhm.
Okay.
You know, some not clever people.
Well, did you have to tie him up? I mean,
It's
Just
just
in
in
case.
case.
that's fair.
I got him a
no,
pillow.
no,
So
that's
what we're
probably
doing
that's
now-
probably the right decision.
We need to empty this rod, you see, so that in case something does come back to.
But I wish I knew how to empty the rod. That's kind of
Stay under the table.
that's kind of Kaladar's wheelhouse.
Yeah, we fell asleep.
I see that.
And it was also, we kind of wanted to run it by you just to make sure,
I'm glad you waited.
yeah, nothing would go
Yeah.
wrong, because you
Mhm.
seemed a little smarter.
Yeah, so what do you intend to do with that?
I'm gonna pat the lead container and be like, put it in here.
And then you drink it? You're
No,
drinking it.
we're gonna lock it up.
And we're gonna take it to the place. In a place. In a sewer.
I don't know if we'll take it anywhere.
I think that was the whole point, wasn't it? That's what I was thinking.
I don't know. I wonder about this.
Is this quarry related to the quarry that you mentioned you had seen? Tishara, I believe the name was. Heard the name at least. Mm-hmm. Is this related?
Probably.
And related to the vision that you had about the Temple of Bahamut?
Probably.
Oh, is that what it's called?
Probably. Is that a yes?
Does it matter?
In a sense, yes. In another sense, no. Because either way, you have a malevolent spirit in a rod. Okay. Well, it's not doing much good in that, is it?
We need to free it up in case something takes over Caladar and we need to get it out.
Or anyone else.
I mean, I could do my other thing of getting him out, but you know.
Your other thing?
Oh, yeah, you just ask them to leave.
But then they just kind of leave.
That works?
Yeah.
Huh.
Apparently.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's convenient. Well,
yeah,
how
I
about
didn't
this?
really think it would work when I tried it.
I'm sure it'll get difficult the next time. I'm sure it'll be harder the next time.
I'm sure we must.
All right. I assume the damage is done. I mean, the cat's in the bag? Is that the idiom, so to speak?
Out of...
I hope it's not out of the bag.
Why would you put a
The
cat
bag is
in
the
a
rod,
bag?
right?
I don't know.
I don't know.
What's the bag?
How big is the bag in that metaphor?
I don't
anyway?
know.
That
I
just
hope it's
seems mean.
large, but big enough for a cat, I guess.
You really should only put snakes in bags.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, no, I think it's not a bad idea, but we must be careful with what we do with that potion after the deed is done. Right.
Insight. By the way, Rhea has just been watching like a hawk.
What are you looking for?
If she has any ill intent, like, does she want this, like if we lock it away, is she gonna try to, like, does she want it?
Okay.
Is she hiding something, I guess?
Okay.
That would be 25.
Wow.
Yes, Miss Rena.
18 plus 7.
You noticed when Rand mentioned locking it away, her eye twitched a little bit and she seemed to like get a little bit nervous. Like she really didn't want you to do that. As far as the rest of the conversation goes, she genuinely seems interested in playing it safe and extracting it. She doesn't seem opposed to what you're proposing at all, but she does seem apprehensive about specifically burying the potion or storing it away or that number.
Because we all know, I mean, whenever you do, like, oh, and then the hero seals away the ancient evil for 10,000 years, but then, like, after 10,000 years...
And it works.
And then after 10,000 years, it comes back.
And
This is only a stay.
And just to clarify, this is one spirit that you've captured. There are many quality spirits.
Yeah.
So I don't think you've stymied the flow here.
Not really.
You
But if
bury
there's
that.
any way to get in its head or head analog,
Actually,
get some information.
huh?
Or to use it to our advantage
Mm-hmm.
in some way.
I have a thought, but you may not like it. I don't know if I like it particularly. I know I was opposed to some forms of direct action earlier in response to the quarry, but that ship seems to have sailed.
Mm-hmm.
If one were to interact with this being, with this quarry spirit in its dream, whatever form that takes, there are ways to protect oneself in that space. Ways to suss out truth from lies, falsehoods from reality in the dream world. I can help with that, if that is your path.
Insight.
Okay. I mean, also we can keep the same roll because you're really looking for the same stuff,
Yeah,
right?
okay, yeah.
She seems like she's telling the
Thank you
truth.
for
There
it.
doesn't seem to be any ill intent behind her words there. She does seem to know, or at least believe she knows how to protect against these things.
Okay.
I was afraid you'd say that.
Well, I need to know your intent, too. Is it just to lock it up? Because if that is your plan, that's not going to change anything. The threat's still there.
Are
I
you
wanna learn more.
proposing that we can free it?
Not free it, per se, but interact with it. Maybe
Learn
follow
from
it back to its source, learn from it, and maybe snuff it.
Oh.
Why would you want to kill it?
Why would you want to kill it? It's tried to kill you. Many of them have.
And aren't these very specifically evil spirits? Like they're literally just evil by definition?
No.
Okay. I thought Quarry were evil race.
What if
Rand looks a little offended.
Wow.
I'm so sorry.
what if
Racist.
these
Just repeating what I've heard.
could these quarry have been like corrupted somehow against their own will?
Wow, there's so many layers of manipulation going on here. If so,
It's like an onion.
I don't know.
Every layer makes you cry.
If we do this, then it has to be me, because not all Corey spirits are evil.
What?
I have one.
Do you suspect that this one is not evil? Also, can somebody kick that man awake? He doesn't need to be asleep.
I'll kick him. Hey, I'm not gonna act like Bryce has been the biggest fan of Caldor the whole time.
Yeah, you just hear like a...
Oh, my kid.
I want to hit
My
like
kid.
knee, like a bone part.
Oh, my scapula.
You fell asleep in the middle of doing something really important.
You told me to fall asleep.
What? Did we?
You told me it was
Technically.
okay.
Yeah, we could say that.
Standing up.
Can... And he tries to move and he's like... Not again.
Just
no.
in case.
Did I?
No,
Did I?
you didn't do
That's
anything. No, I just wanted to make
Sign
sure
up,
you weren't
that's
going to kill
right.
anyone else.
So it didn't happen again,
No,
right?
No, it didn't happen.
Again. You're fine.
You didn't even budge.
Yeah, sorry.
But can like
Yeah, I untie him.
okay, thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, hey Brenia. Hi. Have they?
Yes, we explained everything.
Yeah, I told her that you haven't been sleeping.
So, she knows. She knows.
Yeah.
So are we doing this or not?
Yeah.
Do you even know what this is? You've been
Well-
out for a minute. We've been talking for a while. now.
I assumed we were going to
We're putting the spirit
distill
in the
it.
box.
Yes,
Okay.
we talked
Still
about that
putting it in-
before I
okay.
took my little
Well,
nappy.
I think what Perinia was about to get to was maybe you guys should all tie me up and boop it into my head.
Oh. Well, if I distill it into a potion, I mean, with
But
how
if you-
powerful that was, and I might be able to do multiple.
If you
Of
boop
them.
it
How
into...
many?
Oh.
How many do you think you could do?
4 to 5, I think, depending on
Wow, what a convenient
the
number.
depending on who attends.
But if we make it into a potion, will we be able to boop it out of us again?
What is this verb? The boop.
The boop.
Well, I'll have the handheld one, and I've got the more permanent fixture, and he gestures to a big helmet that's like on the wall. So I could get 2 of you out of it easily. The rest we could restrain if needs be. That is an option.
Yeah.
Me.
I didn't
want
get to
to-
see Dreamworld last time, so.
Oh, jeez. Well, you might be regretting those words in a few minutes.
Yep, it was terrifying.
No.
Perennia looks at all of you and, lingers for a second on Kaladar, and says, "So this is the plan. You are going to do it."
Yeah.
How do we know we can trust you? Are you going in with us?
I did mention last time we talked about putting my money where my mouth is, so to speak. I am... Yes. I'll go with you if that will convince you of my intent. I've been tracking these spirits for years. I've been observing them. It's about time I laid hands. Brought the fight to them a little bit. I don't know how much help I'll be to you, but I am made of rocks, I guess. I don't know. It's gotta be worth something.
Yeah.
Good enough.
It can't
Okay.
hurt.
Plus, from what I saw the last time you were in the dream world, you you could use some help.
Wow.
You just gonna take that?
Well, not everyone lives in a dream world.
Would that we could. But Kaladar, as soon as you kind of agreed to the plan, he's like, all right. And he reaches down and picks up his visor, which went clattering to the floor when he fell asleep, puts it back on. He's like, give me 24 hours. I'll have your potions.
Okay.
Yes? Yes?
Yes.
Yes?
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Do you wanna
Get out
think
of my
a little bit
laboratory.
more before- Okay.
Yeah,
Get
maybe you should
out.
Sleep.
I'll sleep when I'm dead.
I mean.
Okay.
No, but I might take a quick nap before I start. But 24
Yeah,
hours.
now that
I'll
we
have
know
it
it's
for you.
okay. You can
Well,
sleep.
In the meantime, here's a nice salad that I made.
Oh, wow. Just
oh.
like on
Just
the
on the side.
was-
on the
yeah.
screen.
Well, I imagine like while we were waiting.
Ria's just like tossing a salad into the side, you know?
I'm like, Mom, I've got it under one arm, and I'm just like talking and like with the
phone in the crook of your
Yeah.
shoulder and the other.
Yeah.
Like,
A baby on
Don't
the
talk
head.
to me.
Oh,
I'm
that
on the
is-
phone right now.
mhm.
Cool.
Yes, if you come back tomorrow, I think I should have it ready. If you don't hear from me, break down the door.
Okay.
You have my permission this time.
All right.
All right. Get out of my lab.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
I have to work.
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
You see him
Relief.
as you walk up the stairs, running to another cabinet, throwing the doors open and pulling a white lab coat
Oh
out.
my gosh.
It's time to cook.
Are there any plants in there?
In his lab? No.
Cool.
Pristine, sterile.
Wow.
But
Breaking Bad, I can't help but think of Breaking
Wow.
great.
Can't imagine why.
Bad.
but you all exit Caladar's lab. Calador.
Yep.
Caladar's lab.
Is that what he calls his doors?
Yes. Close the Calador.
He calls a door.
Oh, yeah, calls.
But you exit his lab and his, I assume, his apartment, and we'll end the session there.
Perennia's coming with us, right?
She's exited with you.
Good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And that's where we'll pick up next time.
Yay!
Thanks for joining us tonight, everybody.
Yay.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll be back next week again. We're back to our weekly schedule, so tune in next week for the next chapter of the first draft.
Yay!
Woo.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.